Hello and welcome, Rainier Avenue Radio listeners, on our website, rainieravenue.radio.world, on our app, Rainier Avenue Radio. Download that free iPhone, Android users, and on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Have placed a high priority on the promotion of good sportsmanship, positively support your team, and be a good sport. Sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. Spectators are asked to stay off the field at all times. We thank you for your cooperation and hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. In these trying times of COVID, we ask you to be considerate of the people around you and to wear your mask at all times. Thank you.
So,
and now, rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
that announcements are actually right next to our booth right here. So sometimes we have to be quiet right there, but our own station manager, Tony B, is doing the announcements for the game while we are broadcasting live. I believe Rick Dupree will be doing your play-by-play here. I go by Daniel Bellis. We are live from SEAC, State Southeast Athletic Complex, right here at Rainier Beach High School.
Tonight's Metro League contest between the Rainier Beach Vikings, coached by Corey Sampson, versus the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, coached by Leon Hatch. Here are the starting lineups for the offense for the visiting Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds.
Oh, yes, starting moment.
Number 4, Ronald Lyons. Number 6, Junior Josiah Maxie Johnson. Number 8, Junior Derek McKinney. Number 14, Junior Andre Dragonchuk. Number 25, Senior Muhammad Altayeb. Sophomore Jeremiah Anderson.
Yes.
Number 50, Maceo Monroe. Number 55, freshman Malachi Nielsen. Number 59, junior Keegan Whelan. Number 77, Elijah Knight, junior. And sophomore, number 79, Marquise Thorpe Taylor. Also, the starting lineup for your Rainier Beach Vikings.
So we are actually starting this broadcast early.
Running back, defensive back, number 0, Rainier Robinson. Wide receiver, defensive back, Amir Cornett. Wide receiver, defensive back, Caleb Presley. Wide receiver, defensive back, number 6, Shockey Davis. Running back, linebacker, Scott Trey Humphrey, number 9. Number 19, wide receiver, Lemanuel Donaldson. Number 21, Jamil Bellaford, running back. Number 44, Jacob Seo. Number 50, Dallas Afalava. Number 55, Joshua Connolly Jr. Sasha Holland. Connor was taken from us too soon, and this is only a small tribute to this wonderful young man. Beloved in the Rainier Beach community, Connor shared his larger-than-life personality with students and teachers alike. Connor was consistently on the honor roll. He served as student body president and was captain of the Vikings football team both his junior and senior year. After high school, Connor attended the University of Washington, where he was pursuing a degree that would lead him to law school. To honor Connor, tonight his parents, Alicia and James, will be the honorary captains and will be performing the coin toss for the team.
So you're right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Again, starting the game early because of this celebration for or in memorial of Connor Desa Holland, former Rainier Beach Viking football player. The entire season being dedicated to him. And our station manager is doing the announcements from the PA, so we do have to stop every time he speaks because they just boom. We are really located right next to him, so these speakers are booming louder than we can speak here on your progress.
All right, we would like everyone to participate in the Pledge of Allegiance now. I will start, and you can finish. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, with liberty and justice for all. All right, on to the game. Coin toss.
Again, Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. At 6:51, we started the game early due to a celebration in memorial of former Rainier Beach Viking Connor Desa Holland. The game is set to start still at 7 p.m. However, we are live right now and getting ready to go. Your play-by-play caller Rick Dupree will be with you momentarily, and we are getting going here and. Let's see. Do we got you, Rick?
We are here and excited to be out. High school football is back in action, and it's not in the spring. It's here in the late summer, early fall. And we are excited to be here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of the Rainier Beach Vikings. And I tell you, I've been running crazy, man. Came here from a wedding, and I forgot to tell y'all, yeah, I'm going to be here a little bit late because I got this wedding going on. But I tell you what, it is looking like we are going to have a good one out here today. And Rainier Beach, you remember last year, they very competitive in the spring league. And Joshua Connolly Jr. is really, he is one of the top recruits in the nation. And so he is a player to watch as we get into this game this evening. And so, again, we're excited that you're here with us live on Rainier Avenue Radio. And if you heard the PA announcer, you may have recognized that voice, one of Tony B. So Rainier Avenue Radio wearing a number of different hats here tonight at the Southeast Athletic Complex. And happy to be partnering with Metro League and Rainier Beach this evening. Anyway, so stay tuned. And in a little while, I'll go down kind of our roster of games that we have coming up. Daniel, I'm still trying to catch my breath, man. I was running up them stairs. And
All right. 1, 2.
Because we started a little bit early
Yeah.
to that memorial service.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Okay.
And wonderful to
See where I'm at here.
to feature that. So, want to remind, or I shouldn't say remind, I want to let our listeners know that, again, we've got a lot of high school football coming up here, and definitely want people to just stay tuned because, we have in a couple of weeks the Memorial Classic, and that is coming up. That'll be right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. So we'll give you a weekend of games, the 2021 Memorial Football Classic, and we will bring you a couple of games on Friday, Lake Stevens and O'Day. That is Friday, September 17th, and then Mount Baker versus Cleveland. And then Saturday, Davis versus Garfield, Nooksack Valley versus Rainier Beach, and that is all at Memorial Stadium. And so we will bring you weekly games.
Yes.
And hey, there you are.
Okay.
You go from PA announcing to coming on the air here. And you're just a jack of all trades, wearing a bunch of different hats.
Just briefly, Rick, just really super excited about the start of the season.
Yes.
This is going to be exciting. We've got some great action coming up all the way through October 22nd. Then, of course, we'll have the playoffs. And then, Rick, once again, we're going to go all the way through the state championship on December 4th. So, man, it just feels, man, beautiful night for football. How about this?
Oh, man, come on. I'm looking at the field, Tony, and I'm like, okay, I want to be out there. Now, after one play, I realized, oh, no, not anymore. But yeah, we are excited to be here, and it is, it's so nice that these young athletes are able to be back on the field in their regular seasons. But Tony, we talked about this a lot on the air, and just hats off to the Metro League and to so many leagues around the state last school year, and making in the spring sports available for all of these student athletes. And so we are going to give it a go this year. And, hopefully with the COVID, obviously you've got the Delta variant and things spiking, but, the schools and we know from our experience with the Metro League, they have taken every precaution. They've done a great job of protecting these young men and the young women that are involved in athletics. And so we hope that will, continue. There won't be any outbreaks. But, when they did have, outbreaks, or they had, someone that tested positive, they, handled that quickly, and it didn't spread. And so, we certainly hope that is the case this year, and it does not impact the season.
Rick, I'm excited to be here, man. Dare I say it, in the shadow of the Dollar Tree?
We can't say the shadow of the Space Needle, huh? Come on. Oh, man. And you know what?
Planet Fitness, yes.
Yes.
Right here in the heart of Rainier Beach, just off of Rainier and Henderson.
Yes.
At the Southeast Athletic Complex. It is a beautiful complex, too.
Man, it is, Tony. It's just wonderful. I mean, you look at these different complexes that have been built around the city for high school sports. Because back in our day, all the games were at Memorial Stadium. Yeah. And still, a lot of the games, and we will bring you games typically.
Creaky Memorial Stadium.
Man. But you know what? They got some new field turf, because, man, at 59, I still got some turf burns on the elbows and knees from back in those days when I was 16 and 17.
And they also have that new scoreboard up there.
Yes, they do, which is very nice.
You know what? I still love being down here in South Seattle.
Yeah, man. We're in the hood. In our hood, yeah. So yeah, it is great, to be here, and we're excited to bring our listeners this action. And so I'm looking at the clock, Tony, and it's about 5 minutes on the clock, and then we will have a kickoff, and the season shall begin. Also, Tony, I want you to know, and I'm letting our listeners know, I want to say shout out to my trusty play-by-play color sidekick, Edwin Bailey.
Yeah.
Edwin is on the road, headed down to South Carolina. And as some of our listeners may know, he's taking a job and will be coaching down there. We'll be going back and forth. So we are going to miss him in our football broadcast.
Yes.
However, not to fear, because Edwin will be joining me every Monday night as we start back with Monday Night Sports. And we'll have a special show. It'll just be me, and I'll be interviewing Val Whiting, former Stanford great basketball player, and doing some really cool things. And we're going to talk with her this Monday, Labor Day, at 6:30. So we're back off hiatus. And then the following week on the 13th, it will be Edwin and myself, and we will bring you our analysis and his 11-year NFL expertise analysis of the Seahawks. And we'll take the Seahawks all the way through the season and as far as they go in the playoffs. And then we will continue with our analysis in the playoffs and the Super Bowl, regardless of whether the Seahawks go that far or not. So
Seahawks legend, Edwin Bailey.
Seahawks legend, yeah.
11 years. And Rick, as we get ready for the inaugural broadcast of the high school season, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Public Health Seattle, King County, supporting these broadcasts. And we have a number of things going on at the station as well, Rick. Next Saturday, or September 11th, I believe it is, we will be broadcasting live from the Skyway Love Train community block party. And we were talking about the Seahawks. The Love Train is actually a train that goes through this location, and the conductor this year will be none other than former Seahawk Doug Baldwin, who will be leading that charge. We'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 4 again from the Skyway Love Train Community Block Party. Doug Baldwin will be the conductor who will be driving the train. I'm sure we'll get you some information on this, but there's going to be Frank's Food Truck. There'll be music by DJ Guy and our very own Smooth Tea. If you need a haircut, you can come get a haircut. There'll be backpacks and school supplies given away. There'll be all kind of games and fun and treats. And so that's September 11th. Everything will be socially distanced. You actually have to register in order to be able to go. And then we'll be socially distanced there. But if you can't make it, we'll be broadcasting this event live from 1 to 4 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio .world, and then a whole season of games that will be coming up. And yes, our programming will be coming back. As you heard Rick say, he will be this Monday back again after a little hiatus. Also, Lidline Sports will be back joining us again on the 13th, I believe that is. And also coming up will be I lost my train of thought.
I know, sorry.
Heartbeat Radio. Heartbeat Radio will be coming back again. And Rick, I'm gonna go take off and do some play-by or announcing for the kickoff and everything.
All right.
I'll come back and join you every now and then.
I may defer to you a little bit. Say, let's listen to the PA announcer. So the teams are lining up, and we are about ready to go here this evening. And there you have it. We're going to bring you this kickoff. And we are underway. Rainier Beach, Mount Tahoma. And a short return there by Rainier Beach and Mount Tahoma. That's number 2, Michael Fuller, coming down and making the stop.
Rainier Robinson up to the 25, about the 25
So Namir Robinson, they'll give it. You heard it on the PA announcing. That was Tony B. About the 25, 26-yard line. And so Rainier Beach will start out 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. And we are here. Yeah, ball. I tell you what, nose of the football is just about touching the 26-yard line. So the Vikings come out, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And you have quarterback, that is number 12, Chance Gadiz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is a 6'1", 195-pound junior. They're waiting for the referees. The lone back is Scott Tree Humphrey. Remember Scott Tree, 5'10", 215. Only a junior, had a stellar sophomore year and had some excellent runs last year. And so he is a year older and more experienced. And so in the gun, the quarterback, and the handoff to Humphrey, and he's going to be out. We're going to give him probably about 4 yards out to about the 30-yard line.
3 yards and stopped by the entire
line. Yeah, don't listen to that PA announcer. You know what he's talking about. Not 3 yards, it's 4 yards. I'm going to give Tony B a bad time as he's on the PA. So they're going to spot the ball. Referees are now conferring there, and I'm not sure what. Okay, there's a penalty on the play, it looks like. So they're going back to the original line. I think it's going to be on Mount Tahoma, the penalty, because they went back to the original line of scrimmage. Now they're marking off 5 yards. So, yeah, let's see if I can see with the referee. They're not letting us know. But so, again, penalty on Mount Tahoma. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Vikings. This time, receiver to the right and left, and now in motion from left to right is Shockey Davis. And now he's in the slot on the right side. So 2 receivers on that wide side for quarterback Chance Gadiz. And the quick pass out. And that is Shockey Davis. Davis makes one guy miss. He's on the sideline. He can go all the way. He's going to go all the way. Oh, my. Shockey Davis. 69 yards. Touchdown. Rainier Beach just like that. The Vikings on the scoreboard. Oh, my. Oh, my. Let me tell you.
67-yard touchdown.
Oh, what a thing of beauty that was. Tell you what, Shockey Davis the senior, 5'9", 165 pounds, got the ball, made one guy miss, and it was off to the races. And touchdown, Rainier Beach.
67-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game by Jacques Davis.
And so just like that, with only 54 seconds into the ball game, the Vikings are on the scoreboard. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And so just like that, Rainier Beach, one play, 7 points,
And
they lead
it
it.
is good, and with 11:06 remaining in the first quarter, Rainier Beach on top, 7-0.
Excuse me. So again, quarterback, the junior quarterback, Chance, got east to Jacques Davis, and it was off to the races. And tell you what, nobody's going to catch Jacques, and he put a move on the first man there, and it was, again, a foot race. And 67 yards later, 6 points for the Rainier Beach Vikings. Jacques Davis shocking the Mount Tahoma defense. And so, again, Rainier Beach leading it 7-0. Okay, waiting for the kickoff here. Just a quick break in the action. Now Rainier Beach coming on, the kicking team coming on to the field. And they will be ready to kick off. And again, if you just joined us, we are bringing you live coverage here on Rainier Avenue Radio, Rainier Beach and Mount Tahoma. And this is game number 1 of our season coverage here on Rainier Avenue Radio of high school football. You heard the whistle, likely. If not, they blew the whistle and the kick. And it's going to be deep and fielded at about the 15 by number 1, Jukery Bell. And Bell across the 30-yard line. A decent return, 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Jukery Bell.
And Jukery Bell.
Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds out to about the 33-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's where they spot the ball on the 33. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Mount Tahoma. Again, we want to welcome you to our coverage here. We've got a nice crowd here at the Southeast Athletic Complex at Rainier Beach High School. And, there is, even though we're outdoor, mask mandated. And so most, if not everybody wearing masks, we're back in the back. I have mine off so I can broadcast here so you can hear me clearly. First down play, handoff. And that is, it looks like big number 28, Jeremiah Anderson. And Anderson with a nice gain across the 35. Check that, only about a couple of yards.
And the pickup of about 1.5, 2 yards.
So it'll be second and 8 at the 35 for Mount Tahoma. And Rainier Beach again anchored down the middle by the big guy, number 55, Joshua Connolly Jr., 6'5", 280-pound lineman, and he is one of the top recruits, not only a top recruit as an athlete, but also a great student. Pass out in the flats and looking for Josiah Maxey Johnson there, and he was open, but the pass was just beyond him and incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for Mount Tahoma. And again, the Vikings coached by Corey Sampson. Mount Tahoma head coach Leon Hatch. And we are here again live at Rainier Beach High School, really Southeast Athletic Complex. So more than just Rainier Beach plays here, but it is located here at Rainier Beach High School, just off of Henderson. We're looking, as Tony said, at the Dollar Tree, Planet Fitness. And the pass and the receiver is open on the sideline. I believe that was the running back, Jeremiah Anderson, on the sideline, catches the ball. And he's going to be across the 40, out to about the 44-yard line, I believe, is where they spotted for the first down.
Needed 7. First down, Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds.
But the referees that may come back, it looks like the referees are conferring. So I don't see a flag on the field. Oh, now I do. Yeah, I do. So right around the 38-yard line. So they're confirming. I think that's going to come back. I think that penalty is going to be on Mount Tahoma. Oh, check it. No, they're saying it was on Rainier Beach, and it'll be declined. And so The pass and catch for the first down will stand, and Mount Tahoma will take it over. Ball on, it looks like the 44-yard line, so 1st and 10 for Mount Tahoma. And again, I'm Rick Dupree, and joined here by Tony B. You'll hear him on the PA. He is the PA announcer for tonight's game here at the Southeast Athletic Complex. Daniel B., Cedric Prim behind the scenes. Also, I believe, is that Lourdes? Yeah, Lourdes is there. Yeah, well, our new intern, and she knows what she's doing coming in, and she is on the camera, and so you can enjoy the action here. Yeah, and you know, again, if you're listening, but you can also, I'm sure you're watching the stream on either our Facebook page, Twitch, or YouTube. And the handoff, and nowhere to go among the Rainier Beach players there. Jamil Bellaford, who else was there? Number 5, Caleb Presley. And so about 3 or 4 Rainier Beach players, as soon as the handoff went into the hands of Jeremiah Anderson, and they said, nothing doing here. That's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. So down to just beyond the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 14 to go. Well, we'll give them 13, a long 13. The nose of the football just shy of the 41-yard line, and the line of scrimmage started out at the 44. So it will be 2nd and a long 13 to go. And 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. And the handoff. No, quarterback fakes it, and he is going to go around the left side. He's got some room, and that is quarterback Derek McKinney. And McKinney's going to be out close to midfield, so a nice pickup there and some nifty footwork to get out to midfield. But a flag, and it's going to come back. It looks like a hold, I believe, on Mount Tahoma. So Mount Tahoma, they're visiting all white with the, I'm going to call it red, but it's not like a crimson red. It's more of a kind of a cherry type red helmets. And Rainier Beach in their home uniforms, the blue with the orange numbers. Yeah, that's going to come back, and that's going to come back a long way back to the 24-yard line. And I tell you what, it's going to be 2nd down, and Mount Tahoma's got a mile to go. They got to get across midfield to the Rainier Beach 46 for a 1st down. So Mount Tahoma, a couple of decent plays, but or I should say that last one a decent play, but nullified by the penalty. So 2nd down, quarterback Derek McKinney in the gun. He's got 1 running back right behind him to his left, and then he's got a receiver to the short side of the field. 2, I should say, to the short side, his left, and then 1 on the right wide side, which is his right. And Rainier Beach blitzing coming in, and a quick pass gets it off, and the receiver's going to catch it, but falls down to the ground. I tell you what, there was some pressure, and that was past Bryson Bailey. And Bryson Bailey, a 5'8", 175-pound sophomore. But I tell you what, coming in blitzing for Rainier Beach was Jacob Seo, and 5'10", 200-pound junior. And he forced quarterback Derek McKinney to get rid of that a lot sooner than he wanted. So it's going to be 3rd and, again, let's see if I can count it out, 10, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. 3rd and 27 to go for Mount Tahoma. And they're just going to try to get some of that back to handoff up the middle. And he's got some room. Again, that is the sophomore running back, Bryson Bailey. Bailey brings it out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. So that's going to make it a 4th down.
Bryson Bailey for a nice pickup.
Check that to the 38.
Back up to the 37-yard line of Mount Tahoma. That'll bring up.
So it's going to be 4th and 16. And, you know, it looks like Mount Tahoma, let's see if they don't have their punting unit on, so they're going to go for it unless they do. And we've seen this some where teams, the snap to the quarterback in the gun and then the quick kick. But let's see if that happens or not. Yeah, he's going back. I think that's what's going to happen because he now stepped back. And, the quick kick by the quarterback, Derek McKinney. And back, and then a bad bounce for Mount Tahoma. It comes back their way, so it's going to be downed by Ronald Lyons at about the 30.
And a quick pooch kick. Ball is down. Rainier Beach will
say the 32-yard line. I'm waiting for the referee to set the ball down. But it looks like about the 32 is where they'll have it. So with a 7:13 left to go here in the first quarter, Rainier Beach leading 7-0 off of an exciting, electrifying 67-yard catch and run from Chance Gaudis to Shockey Davis. And that was the first play from scrimmage after a penalty. And so Rainier Beach now with their 2nd possession. And they have the ball on the 32-yard line, so 68 yards to go. Let's see if they can maybe repeat that. 3 receivers to the left, the short side of the field, 1 to the right, and now in motion, that is Ellis Bronca. And then the quick pass over to Jacques Davis. Again, he makes one guy miss, makes another guy miss on the sideline, and he's going to be brought down. I tell you what, if he had a little more real estate to work with, he may have been able to keep running, but Jacques Davis picks up about three yards out to the 35-yard line, and so it'll be 2nd and 7. Rainier Beach with the ball. Their second possession, 7:04, and he was knocked out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. 2nd and 7 on the 35-yard line. Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 7-0 here in the first quarter of our first game of the high school season right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. So player in motion now, 3 receivers on the wide side of the field to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot of room there for Scott Trey Humphrey. He's going to be stopped for, it looks like maybe a short loss. Now I think he got it back to the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, right at the 35, nose of the football. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings.
Handoff. Goes for no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down, maybe even a loss of a half a yard.
So, again, we are live at the Southeast Athletic Complex. Rick Dupree bringing you the play-by-play coverage of Rainier Beach and Mount Tahoma, the first of our weekly high school football broadcast right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And so the quick pass out to the sideline and a short pickup, but penalty after the play, and I believe it's going to be roughing the passer. We'll see, because it's back there where the quarterback was down on the ground. So it was a short gain.
Pickup of about 5 yards and a flag down in the backfield.
And let's see what the referees are saying. I don't know if they're going to say roughing the passer or, yeah, it looks like it's going to go against. Hold on. Referees are conferring. One referee with the ball at the 40-yard line. The first down would have been at the 42. And the pass and catch went out to about the 40. So it was about 2 yards short of the first down. But let's see what the penalty is. So I'm going to say, so it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct by Rainier Beach. So there was a Mount Tahoma player over the Rainier Beach quarterback, and I think a couple of the Viking players protecting their quarterback, and they call unnecessary roughness, if you will, or that going against Rainier Beach. And so the ball's going to go all the way back to the 25, so to make it 4th and long. So the punting unit out on the field for the Vikings. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Ronald Lyons deep, number 4 for Mount Tahoma. I'm trying to get him to turn toward me. I'll see, but we'll see in a minute. And the punt is off. It's a short one. No, check that. That was deep. Is Jakiri Bell, number 1. And the ball goes out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So Mount Tahoma will take over 1st and 10, their second offensive possession on the 37-yard line. 5:56 left to go here in the first quarter. Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma, the Thunderbirds, by a score of 7-0.
Rainier Beach Vikings 7, Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds 0.
So again, we are live at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of Rainier Beach. And again, I want to say thanks to our team behind the scenes, bringing you the video, the sound, Daniel B., Cedric Prim, Lourdes on the camera doing her thing. I love to see when we have the interns, and we got some good ones. Taylor Crean is down at USC. Handoff up the middle, and that's to the big guy, number 28, Jeremiah Anderson, 6'2", 245. But I tell you what, nowhere to go as he's met by a number of Rainier Beach players. It'll be a loss on the play back to the 35-yard line. So loss of 2.
Inside for a loss of 2.
So it'll make it 2nd and 12, ball on the 35-yard line for the Thunderbirds. And again, the Vikings leading by a score of 7-0. Nice crowd here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of Rainier Beach, for the opening game for the Vikings. And looking around, and it is nice to have fans back out. Last year, there were very, very, very limited fans for the spring football. And, as spring went, we went a little further than spring. That was opened up a little bit more. But, again, a nice set of fans. So quarterback McKinley back, and he is looking for receiver. Now he's going to run to the right, and he's going to take a shot at the end. Tell you what, number 44, Jacob Ciel, put a shoulder down on quarterback Derek McKinney. But McKinney, a nice pickup out to the 44-yard line. So that's going to make it a third and 3.
44, Jacob Ciel.
Third and 3. Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds need to get out to the 47-yard line for a first down. So beautiful night out here in South Seattle, just west of Lake Washington, and the water. If you could sit up high enough, you probably could see some of the lake from here, from Rainier Beach High School. The trees you might not be able to see if you're on the roof of Rainier Beach High School, but we are close by. Third down, quarterback Derek McKinney in the gun, looking to his right, looking for a receiver. He's got a receiver and finds him, and that's going to be a first down. He finds Andre Dragonchuk, and Dragonchuk pick up across midfield.
Pass is complete up to the 44-yard line. First down from Mount Tahoma, pass complete to Andre Dragonchuk.
So Dragonchuk with the first down to the Rainier Beach 44-yard line. So with 3:53 left to go here in the first quarter, Mount Tahoma trying to mount a drive, and with the first down there, and they have it on the Rainier Beach 44-yard line. So in the Viking territory for the first time. This is their second offensive possession. Rainier Beach has had 2 offensive possessions, and the first one, an electrifying 67-yard catch and run. Shockey Davis taking it to the house to give the Vikings a 7-0 lead. And the handoff over the right side, and not a lot of running room, I should say, for Jeremiah Anderson, and there to bring him down, Scott Trey Humphrey, 5'10", 215-pound junior, doing it on both sides of the ball. So, yeah, it is a loss of 1 back to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Thunderbirds. Again, if you're just joining us, we're live at the Southeast Athletic Complex, Rainier Beach, Mount Tahoma. The Vikings leading the Thunderbirds 7-0 here, 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. And a thank you to Cedric Prim bringing over some water. Appreciate it, my brother. Making sure. And the blitz is coming. And, they get past it. But no. I thought running back Jeremiah Anderson got past the blitz. I thought he split the 2 blitzing linebackers, but they were able to stop him for, it looks like, no gain. Check it. We'll give him a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and about 10. Ball's at the 44-yard line. So he got back to the original line of scrimmage. So the Rainier Beach defense trying to tighten up here and stop Mount Tahoma from getting a drive here. So Rainier Beach again anchored on that defensive line by big number 55, Joshua Connolly Jr., senior this year, and one of the top recruits in the nation, and also a top student as well. So really epitomizing the student athlete mantra. He is it. McKinley looking. He's got pressure. He gets away from a couple of guys, but he's going to be brought down from behind, and I believe that is Scott Trey Humphrey. And he is going to get the sack there. He's going to bring McKinley down. McKinney, I should say. And so back to midfield. And that was a loss of 6 yards on the play. So it's going to make it 4th and 16 to go. And let's see if the Thunderbirds opt to go for it or if they're going to punt once again. And they are lined up. And they may go for it. The quarterback, the last time they did kind of the quick kick, and let's see if they do that once again. They do in the quick kick, and it's just going to go out of bounds, kind of a little pooch kick, and goes out at about the 29-yard line. So Rainier Beach will take over at the 29-yard line for their 3rd offensive possession coming up here, and with just under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Rainier Beach leading by a score of 7-0, and they'll take over at their own 29-yard line. So the Vikings A receiver on the short side of the field, 2 on the wide side, which is the left. Ball on the right hash. And this time, quarterback chance. Gaudis is under center. And the snap and the handoff. And I believe that is a nice spin move. And I believe that is Jacques Davis.
Out to the right side to Rainier Robinson, eludes
oh, check that. That was Rainier Robinson.
About 16.
Rainier Robinson
Rainier Beach
out
Vikings
to close to midfield.
48-yard line.
And Rainier Robinson showing those quick feet. And we've been watching him since his freshman year on the basketball court. And Rainier can do it on both the basketball court here and on the football field. Nice pickup out to the 48-yard line. So giving Rainier Beach a 1st and 10. 30 seconds left to play. Clock starts. Looks like they'll get off one more play here before the end of the first quarter. And again, Chance Gaudis is the quarterback now back in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left, the wide side of the field. Now he's calling one of them, saying, hey, go in motion. He says, Ellis, Bronca. And Bronca comes over to the left side, or right side, I should say. And now the pass in the middle. Oh, and Jacques Davis can't have it. Bounces off Jacques Davis, and it's going to be picked off by number 14, Andre Dragonchuk. And I tell you what, the pass was there, and Jacques Davis just couldn't handle it. Bounced off of his shoulder pads. And I tell you what, it goes as an interception and, counts against the quarterback. But those are the ones that as a receiver you hate. I have been there and done that. And you hate that you can't, not able to pull that in. And then your quarterback suffers in the stats, at least for that. So Mount Tahoma with 2.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter will take over on the turnover at midfield. Again, trailing 7-0 here. Rainier Beach Vikings leading the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. So quarterback Derek McKinney in the huddle, calling the play. Now they break the huddle. He comes out. And again, reminder, if you're not watching, you can see the stream of the game on either our YouTube page, Rainier Avenue Radio, or our website, rainieravenueradio.world, or Twitch. And make sure to see. And now it looks like Mount Tahoma is going to call a timeout. Yes, they do. So they want to talk that over here.
Timeout.
As
Mount
they
Tahoma
get
Thunderbirds.
The turnover, 1st and 10 at midfield, trailing 7-0. So you may be able to hear we are on the Rainier Beach. Well, I was going to say the Rainier Beach side, but there's only one side of stands, and so the Rainier Beach cheerleaders to our left. And I'll turn it over. You can hear the voice of Tony B, the PA announcer, and we'll be back with the play-by-play as the teams come back from the timeout.
On the promotion of good sportsmanship, positively support your team, and be a good sport. Sportsmanship is how you play the game. Spectators are asked to stay off the field at all times, and we thank you for your cooperation and hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. In these trying times of COVID, we ask you to be considerate of the people around you and to wear your mask at all times. Thank you.
And so the team's back on the field. Mount Tahoma 1st and 10. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Handoff up the middle, quick handoff, and that is number 24, Bryson Bailey, the sophomore running back, and he bounces off of one tackler, but is not able to get a lot. Just gets across midfield about a yard. So into the first quarter, Rainier Beach leading 7-0. Mount Tahoma will have the ball on the Rainier Beach 49-yard line. 2nd and 9 to go when we start the second quarter.
Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds.
So I'm going to check in to see. I don't know if we have any scores or things we'll be doing checking in. Daniel, anything you can let our fans know?
This game is officiated by the Pacific Northwest Football Officials Association. Look, there's a constant need.
Yeah, well, let the PA announcer. Tell the PA announcer to hush it up.
Please consider becoming a
we are actually literally just to the left of the booth, and the PA announcer and the speaker there.
A number of officials over here in the grandstand. Sign up at pnfoa.com. Thank you.
All right, there you go, Dan. I think it's done now.
Can I talk now? Okay. The Metro League actually went 9-5 this week against non-league opponents.
I'll also remind you that this game is being broadcast on the.
Hey, we're just gonna have to yell into it, Daniel. I think we're gonna compete with that PA announcer. So Metro League, you said went 9-5 against non-league opponents.
Yes,
Rainier Avenue Radio World. Second quarter action about to begin.
9-5 against non-league opponents. The most impressive performance was number 1 O'Day, which is ranked number 1 in 3A this year. They went against a high-quality opponent in 4A, Union, and they whooped them 35-17. Union was not even in the game. I watched it. And it was just,
so the score not indicative of the game, actually. Huh?
That's how good Metro is.
Yeah. We'll get more. I want to get more of those scores. So next time we have a timeout, we'll go back to Daniel. Now up the middle and handoff. And I believe that was Bryson Bailey trying to find the number. Yeah, it was the sophomore running back. And he gets maybe a couple of yards down to about the 47-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So it's going to make it 3rd and 7 for Mount Tahoma on the Rainier Beach 47-yard line. Again, the Vikings leading here at the start of the second quarter, 7-0. Jacques Davis took just a quick little out pattern, and or I should not even out pattern. It's just kind of like a little flat the screen. He kind of took a step up and back and got the ball, shook one guy, and then it was off to the races. And that was the first play from scrimmage for Rainier Beach, and the Vikings leading it 7-0. And now 3rd and 7, quarterback McKinney in the gun, looking to his left. He's got a lot of pressure. He's going to be sacked. Oh, there's a bunch of Rainier Beach guys there. And I believe that was number 50, Dallas Afalava, and number 9, Scott Trey Humphrey, among the 4 Rainier Beach Viking players there for the sack all the way back to the 44-yard line. And I tell you what, the Rainier Beach defense toughening up when they needed to. And so that's going to force the punt. It is now 4th and about 16 to go back at the 44-yard line. Deep to receive the punt, number 6, Jacques Davis, and number 5, Caleb Presley. And, again, Mount Tahoma, the way they line up, the quarterback does kind of this quick kick. You've always got to be aware that they may, go for it. And so even though Rainier Beach has got a couple guys deep, they are looking for it. And, again, the quick kick. And it's going to be fielded. Nope, it's going to go out of bounds. Jacques Davis was hoping to field that, but went out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at, I believe, the 19-yard line. And so with 10-15 left to go here in the first half, Rainier Beach leading 7-0 over the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, and the Vikings will take over.
19-yard line, and that's where we place.
So the Vikings, their last offensive possession, were moving the ball a little bit, and then the pass to Jacques Davis and just bounced, ricocheted off of his shoulder pads up in the air, and it was picked off. And but fortunately for the Vikings, their defense held, and it did not cause a problem and did not lead to a score. So the defense doing a fine job there. So here we have it, 10-15 left to go in the first half. We are in second quarter action. Rainier Beach with the ball. 2 receivers to the short side of the field on the right. The ball on the right hash. 1 receiver wide to the left for quarterback Chance Gaudis. And now Jacques Davis in motion. 3 receivers now to the wide side of the field, the left. Gaudis looking, and he's got, and a big hit, but a bounce off. I tell you what, that was Caleb Presley. And Caleb Presley turned what surely should have been a loss into about a 5-yard gain. He was popped at the line of scrimmage by Jakiri Bell, but spun off of it. And I tell you what, that is why it is so important, in football. And Evan Bailey and I talk about this a lot. The fundamentals, you got to wrap up. And Bell came up and made a nice hit, but didn't wrap up. And, Caleb Presley did what a good receiver, good running back does. He spun off of it and actually a pickup of about 4 yards out to the 23-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. So this time, quarterback Chance Gaudis under center. And whistles blow, flags, and I don't know if we've got some motion. Let's see what the call is. And, yep, that is it. Illegal procedure, some movement on the offensive side of the ball. So that
offsides
pickup by Caleb Presley is going to be nullified, and it's going to make it 2nd and 11. And that's the thing you hate to see as a coach, and I'm sure Coach Corey Sampson not pleased with that. But, again, those are things you expect early in the season. There's going to be those types of mistakes, and it is what it is. And but you don't let it define you as a team, as a player. So 2nd and 11, and now Gaudis in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right. He's looking to the right, and he's going deep. A high pass. He's got a receiver open and coming back for it, and no, not able to bring it down was Jalen Green. And Jalen Green, the 6'5" senior, he was there, and just not able to bring it down at the last minute. The defender kind of got a hand up, and I think that may have just made it, just a little bit difficult for Green to get an eye on it and bring it in. So to fall incomplete, it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Vikings, ball on their own 18-yard line. Again, Rainier Beach leading by a score of 7-0. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. And I don't know if it's looks like it may be a referee's timeout. They're trying to get something squared away here. I don't think either team called the timeout. So one of the referees walking over. No? Okay. It looks like he was walking over to the Rainier Beach side to talk to somebody. Okay, so yeah, I mean, the teams are lined up, but one of the referees is walking. I don't know who he's talking to. Let me stand up and see. Yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is. So it looks like he's talking to someone here on the sideline, just across from the Rainier Beach team, where the team is on the sidelines over across the track. And now the referee running back onto the field. So not exactly sure, because it wasn't making a motion to the booth for the clock or anything. So I'm not sure. But with that said, 9:42 left to go here in the first half. 3rd and 11 for the Vikings. Gaudis has got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, single back behind him. And I believe that may be Rainier Robinson. And pressure, and he's just got to get rid of it. And the flag goes down. I don't know if they're going to call intentional grounding, but a rush by the Thunderbirds, and I believe that was number 4, Ronald Lyons, if I'm not mistaken. No, check that. That was number 44, Ziggy Loa, and Ziggy just coming in, and tell you what, he didn't give quarterback Chance Gaudis any time. And Gaudis, they're going to call him, I believe, for spiking, intentional grounding, if you will. And so the ball is going to, that's what the call is going to be. The ball is going to go all the way back inside the 5-yard line to the 4. And that's going to be a loss of down as well. So it's going to be 4th. And, they got to get out to the 29-yard line. So 4th and 25 to go. So the Rainier Beach punter in the end zone and just about 2 yards in front of that end line. And high snap, but he gets it. And, almost blocked, but it is fielded inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line, and Mount Tahoma is going to have the ball right there. And so a short kick of only about 24 yards, but I tell you what, Rainier Beach did a great job of getting that off because it was almost blocked. And like I said, the punter was about a yard or 2 in front of the end line in the end zone. And so they're going to spot it. Yeah, it looks like right around the
28-yard line.
28, 29-yard line, the nose of the football on the 29.
Territory, first down.
So this will be the best field position for Mount Tahoma, the Thunderbirds so far. 1st and 10 at the Rainier Beach 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, handoff up the middle, and a pop there. Good hit. So that was Bryson Bailey, and he was met there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was trying to see who made that hit there.
Inside handoff to Bryson.
It looked like number 62, who I don't have a 62 on the roster. I got a 52. I don't know if that was Josh Dunn, if I'm not seeing the number correctly, but it looks like 62. Anyway, good hit regardless by a Rainier Beach interior lineman coming and making it a short gain, only a gain of 1. So it will be 2nd and 9 for the Thunderbirds in Rainier Beach territory, trying to get some points on the board, trailing 7-0. So Derek McKinney has got 1 receiver, or 1 running back, I should say, behind him, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Ball's on the left hash, and the handoff, and that is Bryson Bailey. And Bailey, not a lot of room, and maybe a yard. Let's see where they spot it. It might be down to the 26, maybe a couple of yards. But Rainier Beach defense, I tell you what, has looked awfully good up front, and a lot of that goes to the credit of number 55, Joshua Connolly Jr., 6'5", 280. Ball actually is going to be spotted at the 20, about the 28, so really no gain on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and about 9 to go for the Thunderbirds in Rainier Beach territory, but they just have not been able to penetrate and figure out this Rainier Beach defense thus far. The Vikings putting on a very, very good defensive show so far. 3rd and 9. McKinney in the gun. Again, 2 receivers to his right. He's looking back to his left. Now he's scrambling to the right. Connolly behind him, but he launches the pass, and it's just going to go out of bounds at the back pylon in the end zone there, incomplete.
Pass in the end zone.
And there is a flag down on the play, so let's see what it is.
Out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down now for the Mount Tahoma.
So let's see, referees conferring. So the flag is on the near side of the field here, away from where the pass went. So let's see what the call is. And the referees are going to say they're going to pick up the flag, no penalty. So that'll make it 4th and 9 for the Thunderbirds, and no doubt they'll go for it here with the ball at the Rainier Beach 28-yard line. Thunderbirds trying to get something going here offensively and just have not been able to get any sustained drive here thus far in the ball game. 7:27 left to go in the first half. Rainier Beach leading 7-0. Rick Dupree here live at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of the Rainier Beach Vikings, and the Vikings leading Mount Tahoma 7-0. And there's some movement. I think it may be encroachment. So Thunderbirds, Thunderbirds get 5 of that 9, so to make it 4th and 4. Still not a done deal. They've got to get those 4 yards. So the ball comes down now to the 22-yard line. And the Thunderbirds have to get to the Rainier Beach 18 for the first down. So lined up, and quarterback McKinney in the shotgun, 1 receiver, rather I should say 3 receivers to his right. He's looking to the right, and he's got pressure. Eludes 1, scrambles up the middle, but he's going to be brought down at the 20, short of the first down. And a big hit there by Scott Trey Humphrey, making sure that McKinney did not get that first down. So I tell you what, Scott Trey Humphrey showing his value on both sides of the ball. Nice tackle there, stopping what would have been a first down by quarterback Derek McKinney. So Rainier Beach will take over 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. And we've got 7:16 left to play here in the first half. Vikings leading by a score of 7-0. A nice crowd here out at the Southeast Athletic Complex, and just a beautiful night. You know, I'm looking up and it's gray skies, but it is nice, and it's a nice little breeze. And the handoff up the middle, that is Scott Trey Humphrey. Humphrey to the right side, eludes a couple of attackers, runs over another guy. He's got a first down across the 30 out to about the 33, 34-yard line.
Inside to Scott Trey Humphrey. Pickup of 12 yards.
So Scott Trey giving the Vikings a first down. The Vikings have had a couple of drives here. They had the one big play for the touchdown, had the turnover, but they've moved the ball, a little bit here. So seeing if they can get a sustained drive here. So that out to the 34-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 6:40 with the clock moving left to play here in quarter number 2. And again, the handoff, Scott Trey to the left side. Eludes a tackler, runs over another. That's a big dude at 215 across the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Pickup of about 7 yards.
So Humphrey takes it out. They're going to, bad spot. They're going to spot it back just across the 40. Still a pickup of about 6.5. So you may have heard Tony B on the PA say they're about 3.5 to go for the first down, and that is accurate. So the clock is still moving, 6:10. And Rainier Beach, about 3.5 to go for the first down, 2nd down. In lone back is Scott Trey Humphrey. Shockey Davis, a little motion. Hand off to Scott Trey. Eludes one guy in the backfield. And across on the left side, he's got some room. He's still running across midfield. They can't bring him down. Scott Trey Humphrey all the way across the midfield into Thunderbird territory to about the 49-yard line. So first down, the Vikings looking like they are moving the ball. I shouldn't say looking like, they are moving the ball. And what looks like to be, other than the big play, the 67-yarder, their first sustained drive. Couple of first downs here, and now it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. Yeah, the Thunderbirds, Coach Leon Hatch wants to talk it over, maybe look at that defensive strategy and figure
Timeout
out
on
how
the
they can
field.
stop this Rainier Beach offense. So we got a timeout on the field, and I'm going to throw it to Daniel B. And I want him to update, among other things, if you can talk about the Metro League. Dan, you said they've had a good weekend so far.
This game is officiated by the Pacific Northwest Football Officials Association. Hey, check this out. There is a constant need for qualified individuals to work our high school games. Is that you? If it is, please consider becoming a football official. Go to pnfoa.com to sign up today. That's pnfoa.com to sign up today.
Also, Seattle Prep winning convincingly over Archbishop Murphy 41-18 in a game that a lot of people thought were going to be a lot more closer. I mean, only a couple of years ago, they were talking about Archbishop Murphy having other teams cancel their games against them because they were too big for them. But
yeah, I remember that.
But other than that, there were a couple of key losses for Metro, including Ballard, which they actually led for most of the game against Lake Washington. But in the last couple of minutes, giving away a touchdown and losing 13-12.
Oh, wow. That's a heartbreaker. Yeah.
And same with Bishop Blanchette, losing in the final seconds there.
Thanks, Daniel, for that update. We're back on the field here. It is a 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They are in Thunderbird territory. Hand off to Namir Robinson. Robinson to his left and cuts to the right. He's got some room. Namir Robinson. It's off to the races. He's going to go all the way. Namir Robinson. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Rainier Beach. Namir Robinson, 49 yards. Oh, my. Oh, my. You got to love that.
To Namir Robinson. Rainier Beach Vikings score!
Tell you what, Namir Robinson started out to his left and then saw a seam to the right and made a couple of moves, and then it was off to the races, and it is 6 points for the Rainier Beach Vikings. They lead it 13-0 here. 5:20 left to go in the first half. So the team's lining up for the extra point. And again, 2 big plays by the Vikings, 67-yard catch and run by Shockey Davis. And then now that 49-yard touchdown run by Namir Robinson, and giving the Vikings the lead here 13-0. And Vikings looking to get enough players on the field. Looks like they were lacking one guy on the end there. You need to make sure. And the snap, the kick is up, and it's going to be blocked. No good. And so with that, the Rainier Beach Vikings lead it here 13-0 with 5:20 left to play in the first half. So again, if you're just tuning in, you are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio's live coverage of Metro League high school football, primarily Metro League. We take Metro League all through the season, and will be a number of games down at Memorial Stadium and a few games out here as well. It's nice when we can be out here in our neighborhood, in the community, and broadcasting, and we are doing that here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, Rainier Beach High School. And the Vikings leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 13, I should say, 13-0.
13-0.
And again, 5:20 left to go here in the first half. But you can hear us each week right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, bringing you high school coverage, high school action. And again, I just want to say thanks to our behind-the-scenes crew, Daniel B., Cedric Prim, Lourdes Prim, doing a great job. And so if you're enjoying the action, the streaming action, I should say, you can check out the stream either on the Rainier Avenue Radio Facebook page, YouTube, or Twitch. And I tell you what, Lourdes Prim, she is doing the work behind the scenes. She is on the camera and making it look easy, the junior, going into her junior year of high school. And so the kick is up, and it's going to be fielded at bounces and then caught on the bounce at about the 24-yard line. And that is Jakiri Bell. And Bell, upset at himself, he is tripped up at about the 32-yard line, and he was upset. But a decent return there.
12-yard return for Shakiri Bell of Mount Tahoma. First down, Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds on their own 32-yard line.
And so you probably heard it there from the PA announcer. And we are literally, as I say, sitting underneath these speakers. And so that's why when you hear the PA announcer, Daniel, if he's giving scores, and myself giving you the play-by-play, we'll kind of stop for a minute because we are directly under the speaker here, just to the left of the press box. So with 5:04 left to go in the first half, Rainier Beach leading 13-0. Mount Tahoma 1st and 10 on the Viking 32-yard line, trying to mount some type of drive, which they have not been able to do. And the pass receiver is open. Oh, and I tell you what, quarterback Derek McKinney is going to kick himself because he had Dylan Spencer open in the seam there, and he just couldn't get the ball. I don't know if it was tipped, but he could not get the ball there, so falls incomplete. It'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Thunderbirds. And the lights have been on since we started, but now it's starting to get a little bit darker here. We still got a little bit of light out, but under the lights here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of the Rainier Beach Vikings. Again, I'm Rick Dupree bringing you play-by-play action. Want to invite you to join us. We come back off of hiatus Monday evening, and I'll be doing a special show with a former Stanford standout basketball player, Val Whiting. And Val is doing some really, really cool stuff, working with women athletes in particular. And I really want to talk about, kind of just the whole mental aspect, the pressure that is put on athletes. And so we'll have a chance to talk with her and about her coaching and kind of that mental coaching, if you will, what she's doing, especially in light of what we've seen here recently with Naomi Osaka, with Simone Biles. And, again, there is so much pressure put on athletes, especially at the highest levels. When you talk about professional, you talk about Olympics and what have you. And so I want to talk to Val a little bit about that and the pressure that's put on and how some of her coaching can certainly help with athletes. But right now, we're at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of Rainier Beach High School. Vikings leading Mount Tahoma 13-0 for 20. Check that they just reset the clock from 4:29 to 4:42. So that was a reason for kind of the timeout here, trying to get that squared away. So with 4:42 left to go here in the first half, and it will be 2nd and 10 for Mount Tahoma on the Rainier Beach 32-yard line. And the handoff up the middle, and not a lot. Well, keeping his feet moving. And that is sophomore running back Jeremiah Anderson, 6'2", 245. He's a load, and he's going to get just a few yards because he kept his feet moving. We're going to give him about 4 yards out to the 30, just across the 35-yard line. I actually knows the football's at 36. So it'll be 3rd and about 6. I'd say a long 6 to go. And Mount Tahoma just so far has not been able to mount up any consistency moving the ball on the offensive side of the ball. And defensively, they've done a decent job, but they've given up a couple of big plays, a 67-yard catch and run by Shockey Davis, and then a 49-yard run by Rainier Robinson, and that has given the Vikings the 13-0 lead. Handoff up the middle, a lot of pressure. No, check it, quarterback McKinney, and he is under pressure, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Oh, I tell you what, he had looked like number 50, was that 56? Maybe it was. Lorenzo Stewart. No, I believe that was 58. Are having trouble making out the number. And also, I'm sure it was number 9, Scott Trey Humphrey. They had a lot of pressure on quarterback Derek McKinney and forced him, the right-hander, forced him to the left, and he just had to throw it away. Flags on the field, but again, the referees kind of pick it up. They confer and decide no penalty, so they pick it up and wave it off. So with 3:55 left to go here in quarter number 2, the first half, Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 13-0, and the Thunderbirds with the 4th and 6. And you never know. I mean, I believe they're going to punt it, but what they've done each time is, again, quarterback Derek McKinney has kind of done that kind of quick kick, and they are lined up again. He's in the gun, and he is when they've done this, he's deeper than his running back, and he's lined up about even, maybe a little bit in front of his running back, Jeremiah Anderson. He gets it, and no, he fakes it, and he's gonna run at McKinney, and he does not fool anybody. And there are a ton of blue shirts there, and it's gonna be far short of the first one, but a flag. Oh, a couple flags come up in the huddle there, or the pile up, I should say. And pile up is a standing pile up, and
Short gain by quarterback.
Yeah,
Derek
so
McKinney
there's going to be
and
unsportsmanlike
flags
conduct. It just
called.
depends on which team it's going to be on. And but penalties aside, there was no first down. It would have been a turnover on downs. Let's see what the referees say. They are conferring now at about the 38-yard line, right there, right in front of Coach Leon Hatch and his Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. And yeah, still waiting to see what the call is going to be, waiting on the referees. And Vikings coming off the field, so I would think that the penalty may be going against, well, I don't know. Both teams are coming off the field, so we'll have to wait and see. Referees are still, there's three of them over right in front of the Mount Tahoma sideline at about the 38-yard line, conferring. The ball spotted at about the 39, so well short of the first down, about 3 yards short, 3.5 yards short of the first down. So if the play stands without a penalty, it will be a turnover on downs. Let's just see what the referees say here. And now you've got some referees there at the middle of the field, and they are still conferring. So I wish I could tell you. I do not know. And there was a big pileup, a standing pileup. It wasn't when extra guys jumping on the pile, but guys kept coming in, and it looked like quarterback Derek McKinney was standing from our vantage point here, and the players kept coming into that pileup, and so it looks like they may be marching it off against the Vikings. Yeah, I think they are. So it's going to be a first down on the penalty for the Thunderbirds, and they will retain possession of the football with 3:44 left to play here in quarter number 2, trailing 13-0. So it looks like this is a movement on Mount Tahoma, but unsportsmanlike on the Vikings. And so it's enough to march off a first down. So the ball is going to be on the Mount Tahoma on their own 44-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10 here with, again, 3:44 left to play in the first half. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Rick Dupree. We are live at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of Rainier Beach. The Vikings leading the Thunderbirds of Mount Tahoma by a score of 13-0. So the referees, it took them a moment to kind of hash out what was going on in that pileup, but they decided there are a couple of penalties, and when it's all said and done, first down Mount Tahoma. Quick pass out in the flats, and open there was a Dylan Spencer, and he just couldn't hold on to it, and it's going to fall incomplete. So Spencer kind of kicking himself. The ball was there. He had a little bit of room and may have been able to do something, but you got to bring the ball in first. You got to look it in, and he was running before he had the ball in his hands. So incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 3:20 left to go here in the first half. So Mount Tahoma in the huddle. And I don't see, there is not a play clock on the side. Normally you have on either end of the field, outside of the, beyond the end zone, there's the play clock so that, the quarterback knows. With that said, 2 receivers to the left, and there's some movement, and I think it's going to be illegal procedure on the offense. There was definitely some movement. And, yep, that's what the call is going to be. So that's going to mark off 5 yards in the opposite direction that Mount Tahoma wants to go. That'll make it 2nd and 15. Ball is at the Mount Tahoma 34, check that, 39-yard line.
Question there, Rick. If there is no
penalty on Mount Tahoma, 2nd down.
Displayed, can the referee call a delay of game?
Yeah, that's a really good question because, I mean, if I was a coach, I would make the argument, well, how's my kid going to know? How's my quarterback going to know? And so 2nd down play, and McKinney bobbles the snap, but he gets it back up, and he's got some room, kind of a busted play, but out of it, he gets about maybe 7 yards across the original line of scrimmage to the 47-yard line. So that's going to make it 3rd and about 7 to go. And 7.
And about 6 to go.
I'm disagreeing with that PA announcer. It's 3rd and 7. Trust me, the ball is on the 47-yard line, and Mount Tahoma's got to get to the Rainier Beach 46 for the first down. And that is 7 yards. And here we go. 3rd down, 2:40 on the clock. And quarterback Derek McKinney's got one running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left, the short side of the field. He's looking there, throws it up, and there's a little contact, but nothing doing there. And the pass was for Ronald Lyons, and the coverage provided by Amir Cornett. And incomplete, so that's going to make it 4th and 7. And so again, the Rainier Beach offense, Rainier Beach defense, I should say, coming up with the stop, forcing a 4th down. And you may have heard it on the PA right there. 2:21 left to go here in the first half. Rainier Beach leading by a score of 13-0 over the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. And so it looks like the Thunderbirds may opt for the quick kick once again. Quarterback Derek McKinney. And, yep, he does that. And this time gets a decent kick, and it hits, and it's going to bounce out of bounds inside the 20, maybe inside the 15. Let's see. Maybe they can spot it at the 16, I believe. So with 2:16 left to go, Rainier Beach leading 13-0. They will take over, and now one referee standing at about the 18-yard line.
That are missing. The keys say have a heart on them.
So I believe it's going to be 1st and 10. Yep, they're spotting the ball at the 18-yard line. So Rainier Beach with the first down on their own 18-yard line, leading 13-0. 2:16 left to go here in the first half, and I'm sure Coach Corey Sampson thinks anything like I do, I'm trying to get some more points on the board. Quarterback Chance Goddess in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right. He's looking there, and he's going up top, and he's looking for the big guy. And the pass just a little overthrown for Jalen Green. And at 6'5", Jalen Green, I mean, that's a guy, you want to go to, and you want to do that. You want to throw the ball up and let him go get it. But he was running into a double coverage. Pass falls incomplete, so that'll make it 2nd and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. 2:09 left to go here in the first half. And so, again, lined up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the short side of the field, which is the right side, 2 to the left, single back. And looking to the right and in the middle. Oh, and then he hit. I tell you what, the pass was right in the belly of Jalen Green, and he just couldn't hold on to it. So it falls incomplete. Jalen Green kicking himself, that's one. And he had some room. And so it's just a quick slant pattern, and there's nobody around him, and he just was not able to bring the ball in. Yeah, he's upset at himself. Hands on the helmet in the huddle. But you know what? Those things happen. I don't care at whatever level, whether it's high school, college, pro. And the mark of a good player says, hey, it is what it is. I got to let it go and make a play next time down. So Jalen Green is split wide to the right, single coverage, and he's actually covered by Josiah Maxey Johnson, 6'1". So Jalen Green's got 4 inches on him. And the handoff, Namir Robinson to the right. And he's got some room down the sideline. And Amir Robinson close to a first down. I think he's got it. Let's see. Just depends on where they spot. Yeah, they're going to spot it beyond the 30-yard line. So Namir Robinson, again, showing some quick. It's kind of, and really it's kind of that misdirection play. Handoff starting to his left and goes to the right. And first down for Namir Robinson. So 1:51 left to play here in the first half. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Rainier Beach coach Corey Sampson decides he wants to talk it over with his team. So with 1:51 left, Rainier Beach leading by a score of 13-0. And we have a timeout on the field. Daniel, any other games tonight, or is this the only game?
Well, Rick, this is the final game of week 1.
Got it. Okay.
But it's been a very electrifying week 1 with a lot of interesting games. Most of them, you would say, happened the way they were. Not only are we following the Metro League, but the top 20.
Tonight we are honoring the memory of Rainier Beach Viking student and athlete Connor Dassa Holland. Connor was taken from us too soon, and this is only a small tribute to this wonderful young man. To honor Connor, tonight his parents, Alicia and James, are the honorary captains and performed the coin toss for the team.
And another one that was also pretty interesting right there, another one ranked game, Kennewick versus Walla Walla. Kennewick 23-7 over Walla Walla. Walla Walla will probably drop out of the top 20 after this game.
So Kennewick, I'm seeing Kennewick was ranked 10 and Walla Walla 19. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Walla Walla be a little more competitive.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm looking at the scores here, and you see, yeah. So again, I think you made number 1 O'Day a big win over Union, 35-17. So the Fighting Irish, the team to beat again here. And back on the field, the pass out in the flats, and that is Ellis Bronca. Bronca pulls it in, and boy, it doesn't go down, but the whistle blows. And Bronca's like, wait a minute, I didn't go down. A pickup of about 7 yards out to the 39-yard line, so the quick pass there. And the 5'11", 180-pound senior able to pull it in. And the clock is going to stop. I didn't think he was out of bounds, but yeah, I think, okay, they said he was out of bounds, so the ball spotted on the right hash. So 1:43 left to play in the first half, and the Vikings with a 6-yard pickup on that play. And so it will be, now check it, where the ball's at, there's a 7-yard pickup. Yep, so it'll be second down and 3 to go. Short side of the field on our side. So quarterback Chance Goddess has got 2 receivers to his left, but he's looking to the right. The quick pass, he got Jalen Green. Green at midfield, pulls it in and breaks the tackle, spins, and is brought down at the 48. So, again, that kind of little quick slant pattern, and a big guy like that, you just throw it up and let him catch it. And that time, Jalen Green used those mitts and pulled it in. So, first down for the Vikings. And I like that play calling by Coach Corey Sampson. And I think seeing something that maybe you can exploit in the second half. But still, 1:15 left to go here in the first half. So trying to get some points on the board as they enter into Thunderbird territory. And flag is up. Oh, and a flag in the back of. Oh, it's sacked. But I tell you what, quarterback Chance Goddess, his face mask was grabbed. So there was a flag on the far side of the field. I'm not sure if that was defensive pass interference holding or what, but definitely face mask penalty here on the quarterback here in the backfield. So let's see what the calls are, if they will nullify one another or if they both are going to go against Mount Tahoma. So the clock is stopped with 1:02 left to go here in the first half. Rainier Beach at the Mount Tahoma 48-yard line. So again, plenty of time, and with the 2 big plays the Vikings have had, you never know, at any moment they can strike. And so the referees again conferring, and yeah, I just don't know. I didn't see the penalty. I saw the flag go up on the far side of the field, but I'm not sure what it was. But it was a clear grab of the face mask of a quarterback Chance God. His head went down. So they're gonna pick up the flag. And I saw, they're waving it off, and the only thing I can come up with is that they're saying it was offsetting penalties, because you can't wave it off. There was definitely a penalty. Okay, yeah, they're moving the ball up because from where Gadis was sacked. Okay, so they're moving the ball down to the 44-yard line.
But with the addition of the penalty.
Yeah. Okay. So the penalty. So what they do is they mark off. Remember, they mark off from the spot of the foul. And so that's going to basically move the ball to the 44-yard line. So it's going to make it a first down, loss of down, or rather they keep the down, I should say, because of the defensive penalty. So it'll be 1st and 6 to go on the Mount Tahoma 44-yard line. 1:02 left to play here in the first half. Chance Gowdy's in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left and looking to that wide side of the field and over the middle, just behind. Oh, he had him Amir Cornett, and just behind Cornett. And if he would have led him, Cornett probably would still be running, but it's going to fall incomplete. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Vikings on the Mount Tahoma 44-yard line. Vikings leading with 56.9 left to play here in the first half, leading by a score of 13-0.
A little high and overthrown. That'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go.
And if you just tuned in, I'm Rick Dupree bringing you play-by-play coverage of the Rainier Beach Mount Tahoma High School prep football at the Southeast Athletic Complex, home of the Rainier Beach Vikings. And Rainier Beach leading 13-0. And Gaudis looking, he's got a receiver deep, and he's got him open, but it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. So there were a couple of receivers in the area that Gaudis was looking. He had Shockey Davis back there.
Again, a little overthrown.
No, check that. That was Jalen Green, and trying to see the number of the other receiver that was there. I think that was number 13, Ellis Bronca. And the ball falls incomplete. So 3rd down and 6, 50.5 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ball's on the Mount Tahoma 44-yard line. Jalen Green, the big 6'5" senior receiver, split wide to the right. And he's got single coverage here, but the DB is way off him, and the safety over here as well. So pass over the middle. Oh, and a great pass. I tell you what, Ellis Bronca just couldn't pull it in. Oh, man. And he was running, nobody there. Pass was there. You got to bring that in. Chase Gaudis, just a really, really good pass. He fired it in there, and Bronca just couldn't pull it in. So that's going to make it a 4th down and 6 to go at the Thunderbirds 44-yard line. 46.3 left to play here in the first half. Rainier Beach leading 13-0. And so Gaudis is in the shotgun. Rainier Robinson to his left. He's got 2 receivers to the left, and pass over the middle, and nothing doing there. It's going to fall incomplete. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Mount Tahoma will take over with under a minute left to play here in the first half, trailing 13-0. And we are on the back of the stands at the very top behind the crowd here. And okay, 32 seconds. I'm glad PA announcer let me know there's a light out on the clock, so it's hard to tell. Oh, 42. He said 42.7 seconds left to go. And Mount Tahoma takes over on downs at their own 44-yard line. So, again, I mean, the way I coach, if Leon Hatch, head coach of Mount Tahoma, thinks anything like me, I'm putting the ball up in the air, but they hand it off up the middle. And keeping those feet churning to pick up a short gain is Jeremiah Anderson. Yeah, but I tell you what, I'm like, I want to get some points on the board, baby. I'm going up top. And so that may do it for the first half. There's 25 seconds left on the clock, and it is running. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like the team. Yep. Yeah, Mount Tahoma's just they're gonna call it a half. So they are headed over to their sideline. So that's going to do well. Hold on, now the clock has stopped. Oh, because Rainier Beach calls a timeout. So Rainier Beach is going to force them to Coach Corey Sampson say, no, the half ain't over yet. And so timeout with 21.2 seconds left to play here in the first half. Rainier Beach leading by a score of 13-0. Again, I want to remind you to tune into our sports programming on Monday nights here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Monday Night Sports with Dupe and Edwin Bailey. And, of course, I am Dupe. We resume from our hiatus. We are back in action this Monday, Labor Day at 6:30. I'll be alone, and I will be interviewing Val Whiting, the former Stanford basketball star. And she's doing some really cool things. We're going to talk about what she's doing, working with female athletes. And then the following week, Edwin and I will be back and bringing you our Seahawks analysis and really leaning on his 13 years of NFL experience and to give his breakdown, of the Seahawks games week by week. Back in action here, handoff up the middle and some room, breaking out to the outside and on the sideline. And that's the big guy, number 28, Jeremiah Anderson, 6'2", 245. Puts the shoulder down, gets across midfield inside the 40, knocked out of bounds. And they're going to spot the ball at the 40-yard line. He was knocked out of bounds. So nice pickup, but only 15 seconds left. Probably the best offensive play of the night so far for the Thunderbirds. But again, too little, too late here. Well, 15 seconds left to play, 40 yards to go, and that is left to play in the first half. And if I'm not mistaken, Rainier Beach, I believe Rainier Beach received the first half kickoff. So coming out, Mount Tahoma will receive. We'll take a timeout at halftime. But right now, the handoff, and nothing doing there, and a big stop up the middle. And I apologize. This is about the second or third play number 62 has made, but I don't have a 62 on the Rainier Beach roster, so I apologize. I don't know who that is. If you're listening and watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and you know who number 62 for Rainier Beach is, let us know. We're going to try to find out here at halftime. We're going to take a break in the action, and let me check with Daniel. Are we going to our regularly scheduled programming for a few minutes, or are you going to just kind of give us scores and updates here for the half? Okay.
Rainier, in Metro League and in top 20 action.
Okay, I'll throw it over to you, Daniel, and I'll be back with second half play-by-play here in about 10 to 15 minutes, about 14:45 on the clock. Again, Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 13-0 here at the half. A couple of big plays by the Vikings, a 67-yard catch and run by Shockey Davis, first play of the game, literally from scrimmage, and then Rainier Robinson in the second quarter, 49-yard touchdown run. And that has given the Vikings a 13-0 lead. So we'll take a break here. I'll throw it over to Daniel B., and we'll be back with second half action in about 14 minutes.
Just make it very simple. Download the Rainier Avenue Radio app on either Google for Android or the Apple Store. It's absolutely free, and then you can watch and listen with the click of the app. Rainier Avenue Radio
All
.world.
right, there you go. Some self-promotion. PA announcement by our station.
What's up, old man?
Running double duties.
That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Okay, let me.
Rainier Beach.
That's all you get, dude.
13-3. Pull that pass down there.
Oh my goodness. I should know when you said what no, you.
It's just super loud right now.
What's up, dude? How's everything, man? I be watching you, man, on this, man, all the time. Watching my grandson and them. I be at work, man. It's in California, man, watching y'all. Yeah, man. He do a little something, man. He do a little something. We keep him healthy, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Well, Tahoma actually is not one again. Are you in the Bay?
Yeah, I'm back in the Bay. Yeah.
Well, one game. Okay, man. I don't give me another because they've been completely down there. So you were
Right. Okay, Okay, right.
Here in the second half. Against Mount Tahoma. But
is it
CJAC?
JAC? Yeah.
It's a little alarming as far as to Rainier Beach and their season. The COVID season as the spring was being declared, I guess.
610.
Rainier Beach was hitting very hard, and they even dropped down to the second tier of Metro because of their play. They were missing a lot of players. That was why. This team is still stacked, and that is one reason why.
No, 206. Yeah. Is it? Okay, but I had you. Okay, I realized I had you.
3A play. Our rankings, of course, be provided us by.
So let me shoot you a text, and then man, next time you make it down, I know he's going to be down in October.
Metro, of course, had a very successful week one, and that included going 9-5 week one play against non-league opponents. The biggest performance by Metro by far was by number 1 ranked O'Day, which played a top 5 team in 4A play. Union was a powerhouse in 4A, and Union was not even close in this game. O'Day dominated from start to finish, winning 35-17. Definitely powered by Metro, by O'Day's running back.
I know that's
Jason Brown, who as a sophomore, he was still
I know but he had kids and lived up here in Seattle. You know, most of his
number 2, Spanaway Lake is actually off. They canceled their first 2 games of the season to reasons that we're unsure of. But number 3, Eastside Catholic, with a dominant win against another tough opponent in Kennedy. It was 23-8. For most of the game, it was actually a much closer contest. But late in the game, an interception returned for a touchdown with Eastside Catholic, and their win in week 1, 23-8. A couple of ranked opponents went at each other with number 4 versus number 6, Bellevue against Peninsula. Bellevue winning this one convincingly, 51-13. A dominating performance, dropping Peninsula down to, with their first loss in week 1. Auburn Mountain View taking quick work of Kentridge, 46-14. And Metro Team Seattle Prep, dominating win over Archbishop. Archbishop Murphy, just a couple of months ago, canceling against them because Archbishop is too big for them. Too big. But
man, he was running around with us. You know what I'm saying?
Ballard had a very close loss. In fact, they led most of their game against Lake Washington. But final minutes, Lake Washington scores a touchdown that drops Ballard 13-12 in that contest. Ballard actually opened the season at number 8 in the ranked team, so they will probably drop down with this loss. Yelm at number 9, a dominating win against number 12 Lincoln, 34-18 in that one. Another one between ranked opponents, Kennewick versus Walla Walla. Kennewick winning that one 23-7, dominating that contest. Number 11 Mountain View destroyed Kent Lake. It was 46-2. Kent Lake never got anything going the entire time. Mount Spokane laid down Cheney 54-0. And Marysville, Pilchuck, another dominating performance at number 14 against Shorecrest, 52-7. Lakes was off. They actually canceled their game against Decatur. Ferndale with a dominating win over Monroe, 55-35. That actually happened that was a Saturday game. It happened hours before your game here at South Wedding Complex, winning over Monroe, 55-35. Central Kitsap lost to their Kitsap rival North Kitsap, 50-36 there. Central Kitsap losing that one. Bishop Blanchette lost a very close one to Woodinville. They actually, that game went back and forth the entire contest. It was one team getting a touchdown, the next one winning a touchdown. It was Woodinville getting the last touchdown of the game and defeating Bishop Blanchette 29-26. They lost their contest. Walla Walla also losing theirs to Kennewick. Number 17, 18, and 19 all lost their first week games. They might drop out of the top 20, and we might see some new blood enter in week 2. So that might be Garfield, because Garfield whooped Bainbridge 48-8. They may have started unranked, but winning 48-8 and being just on the verge, they might enter in week 2 on as a ranked team. In other Metro action, Roosevelt handled Hazen on a Thursday game, 40-20. That one. Lakeside blanked Cedar Park Christian, 36-0. Ingram defeating Battleground in a blanking there, 32-0. West Seattle just put the pound on Sammamish, 55-6. Newport winning a close one over Nathan Hale. Newport actually had this game more in hand. Nathan Hale was trailing a lot farther in there, but in the final minutes, they were closing it down. They lost by 1 touchdown, trying to make the comeback, but failed. Lincoln was blanked by Kingsway Christian, a 2A school, I believe. Timberline blanked Cleveland 45-0. Franklin, though, winning their first, winning week 1 of the Black Hills, actually blanking out Black Hills 19-0 there. Chief Self was off for the first week of the season, and You are watching Rainier Avenue Radio right here from the Southeast Athletic Complex. Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma, number 20 Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma 13-0 right here live. Like we were just saying just a second ago, we're expecting a lot more from Rainier Beach. It's week 1. So hopefully the second half we'll see why this ranking is number 20. Mount Tahoma has not won. I mean, they have won one game in 2 years in the Pacific, not the Pierce County League. And we'll see what happens in the second half. But this game is a lot closer than a lot of people would have thought. But second half, we're expecting an explosion from Rainier Beach. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, that is our upcoming schedule for the year. And next week, we'll be back here at Rainier Beach as they host Foster, which is a 2A school, I believe. And they play, I forget which league. I know I wrote it down earlier. I got it handy. Trust me, I got it handy. They play Kickoff. Sorry, yeah, they're a local. Yeah, Foster's a lot closer than I thought they were. Yeah, 2A Kickoff opponent next week, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. That'll be at 7 p.m. September the 10th. You can check it out here. We'll be covering 4 games for the Metro Classic from Memorial Stadium. That will include number 1 ranked O'Day hosting Lake Stevens, Cleveland hosting Mount Baker, and then those will be 5 o'clock and 7:45 games on Friday. And then on Saturday, Garfield will host Davis at 2 p.m. on the 18th, and Rainier Beach will host Noosac Valley at I believe that time needs to get fixed. It's probably about 5 o'clock. That game. Actually, the first 3 weeks of the season, Rainier Beach, we will be covering, in addition to other teams. On the 24th, we'll be back here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, Cleveland hosting Nathan Hale in a conference game as the play got started there. And then in October, we'll do a doubleheader from Memorial Stadium. Ballard hosting Rainier Beach, and at 7:45, Garfield hosting Eastside. On the 8th, Lincoln will host Lindbergh from Memorial Stadium. That's a 5 p.m. game. And on the October 9th, Garfield at Rainier Beach Memorial. October 15th. Ballard hosting O'Day at 5 p.m. Lincoln hosting Franklin 7:45 on October 15th. And then our last, the scheduled game right now on the 22nd, Rainier Beach hosting Seattle Prep from their home here in the Southeast Athletic Complex. We will continue to host a 10-play addition to state playoffs. But once we can't know where that's happening. We'll, of course, have Tony B there when he's not doing announcements for stadiums. And, it looks like we got 53 back, y'all.
Yeah, and like you said, we'll have Tony B when he's not doing PA. And we're going to grab in just a minute Jacques Robinson, one of my former teammates and grandfather of Namir Robinson. And Jacques, in and out of town from the Bay Area, living down in California, where he's from, but in town, and when he can make it here to check out his grandkids. And so excited to get him on in just a minute. He's doing another interview over across from us. And you might remember Jacques I think he still is the only football player to win the MVP of a Rose Bowl and an Orange Bowl. And so just a stellar career out at the University of Washington. And so we'll talk with him in a minute. But tell you what, Dan, I as you go over the schedule that we have, and people, if you want to see that, obviously, as you're listening to us and on streaming now, you see it, but it can also be found on our website at RainierAvenueRadio.world. And so we will be bringing you prep football weekly right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And Daniel, I think you made a good point. I mean, there's some a little bit surprises there. But Garfield, I think, I remember we talked to Coach Reggie Witherspoon last year during the spring league, and he had a young team, and he said, I'm excited for these guys next year, and next year is now. And I think they may surprise some people.
It's time to show up. It's time to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think they may surprise some people. So we will see, how that season for the Bulldogs shakes out. But you'll hear and see a lot of the Metro League right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And again, look at how we've got a nice crowd here. And Danny, I'm really, really impressed. I mean, a majority of the fans are wearing masks. It's interesting. My nephew is a director for the Southeast the SEC. And I talked to him. He was actually driving to Atlanta today for the game there. And he said, I'm checking out because that's where the SEC championships are going to be played. And he said, checking out the stadium, making sure their COVID protocols are in place and everything. So he's checking all that out. But it's interesting, here they are adhering to them. And I'm going to clean this mic off, and then we're going to get Jacques Robinson on. Daniel, can you hand me that other mic there? And we will get the man himself on here, and we'll talk a little bit. But yeah, it was just interesting hearing my nephew talk about with the SEC conference and making sure that they were, everything is in place. And you look at the differences between, here, what's going on in the Pacific Northwest and what have you versus down south. And so we are handing the mic over to Jacques.
Ready for exciting second half
and,
action. Welcome to Rainier Beach High
want to
School.
Welcome
Second half between the
welcome
Rainier
him
Beach Vikings coach
to Jacques. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Mount Tahoma
Okay,
Thunderbirds.
let's turn him up a little bit. And want to welcome Jacques Robinson on the air here at Rainier Avenue Radio. How you doing, my brother?
All right, I'm doing all right.
It is
I'm
good.
glad you made it to Rainier Radio.
Well, man, I was going to slide over here a little bit, so this is we're getting all tangled up here, man. But anyway, man, it is a joy to have you here on the air. And you're in town checking out your grandson, huh?
Oh, man, all the time, man. I'll be watching when I'm in California. I'll be watching Rainier Radio.
Yeah. There we go. We tried to get everything untangled here, man. But hey, it is. Talk a little bit, man. How exciting is it and I have watched Namir since his freshman year. And to see him out there, and man, this kid, I mean, he's exciting. But how exciting is that for you as a grandfather to see him out there on the field?
It is totally something different. I mean, when I was watching Nate was one thing, but
right?
Watching my grandson it's even more pleasurable.
Yeah. You can pull that mask down. You're good, man. So we can hear you better. These masks, But man, I tell you, so I mentioned this a moment ago. I said, and I believe you still are the only player in history to win the MVP in both the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Correct?
So far,
yeah.
My grandson said he might change that.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. That's gonna be record you go home. So again, man, we want to welcome Jacques Robinson to the air. We had, I'll tell you, man, I think back in the days we were out at UW and had a lot of fun. And you used to always tease me, call me Dookie, and I used to get mad at you. But man, tell our listeners a little bit about what you're doing now, because I know you're down in back, your home, where you're from, down in California. And what are you doing these days?
I'm working down at Hamilton Families, man. We're a family shelter down in San Francisco, man, helping families get on their feet, and I'm a counselor down there, so that's what I'm doing now. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, man. When you think about kind of where we were back at 18, 19, 20, and now looking back, did you envision where you're at now back then? Did you ever envision you'd be doing what you're doing? Well, I always got pleasure out of speaking with kids, and and helping other kids. So I guess it was just kind of natural for me to go into that field as far as helping the services and stuff like that. So inner city kids and stuff like that. Since I came from inner city myself, so I was just automatically drawn to that. Yeah, and that's what I've been doing for the last 40 years. Well,
that's so important, man, for these young kids, young brothers in particular, to see black men in a role and encouraging them and letting them know that, hey, man, you can make it, you can do something, because, this world will try to hold you down. And I think, the more we can be an example. So, man, just hats off to you doing some wonderful work. And I know it's got to be fulfilling.
It really is. It really is, man. Just to let a kid know that his mistakes is he don't have to carry it with him for life. And he can get past the mistakes that they're making, and start making some good choices. So, So that's what really draw me to it.
Yeah, absolutely. But going back from there, we're getting ready to start the second half here. But going back, as you, get a chance, and are you going to be able to get a chance to get up here, fairly often to see the kids play? Or
Oh yeah. I'm
okay.
I'm always coming up here to see them.
All right, and and check out Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll let you know when we got games on. So if you're down there, you can listen and watch it. Yeah.
I'm with y'all.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. But man, it is just it is a blessing, man, and a pleasure to see you, to have you on the air, man. And again, I know the pride you're feeling as a grandparent, because those aren't my grandkids, but seeing them and knowing your son. And I told you this a minute ago off air. I said Nate is one of the most respectful, cool. I'll never forget, man, this story. He was playing in New York, and I was working for the Sonics, and was sitting down. It was pregame, warming up. I'm sitting down, and somebody comes up from behind me and puts their hands over my eyes, and then almost pulls me and knocks me down. And it was him. And, I mean, he's just always been, like I told you, man, not only just a happy dude, playful, but respectful. And I know you got to be proud of both. Yeah, definitely. Well, Jacques Robinson, man, again, the only man to win the MVP in the Rose Bowl, in the Orange Bowl, and just a stellar career out at the University of Washington. Man, a pleasure having you on the air. Thanks for taking time to join us. All right. Jacques Robinson, the man. Yes, number 28. Go ahead, old baby. All right. Thank you, Jacques. All right. So we are about ready. Yes. We will stay in contact. So we are about ready to start half number 2 here. Rainier Beach leading by a score of 13-0. And what a joy to have my friend Jacques Robinson on. And he again, and those of you that are Husky fans, the type of career that Jacques had at the University of Washington. And he just got it done. But you know what? I mean, what you heard as we, talked to him in that interview. I'm going to take my mask off so you can hear me a little bit better. What you heard, that's Jacques, and just a genuine brother that really cares about other people. And like you said, he's been his life, he's been serving, youth and working with youth for 40 years. And so second half kickoff comes down, and I believe that is number 5, Dylan Spencer, going on the left sideline there, and a hit. Looks like after the no call. I was gonna say it looks like a hit after he was down after the whistle, but so that is Dylan Spencer with a return out to the 36-yard line. Looks like they're gonna spot it. So we will have 1st and 10 here as we start the second half. 11:52 left to play in quarter number 3, and Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 13-0. And so once again, quarterback Derek McKinney is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, and he's going to hand it off and right up the middle, breaking a tackle and getting some positive yards there. That's big number 28, Jeremiah Anderson, against 6'2", 245. That's a big man. All right, a big man and only a sophomore. Good. That means he's probably about 15 years old, maybe 16. And so a gain of about 4 yards out to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for Mount Tahoma. And I'm sure one of the things that Coach Leon Hatch, was talking about with his team in the locker room is a way to exploit this Rainier Beach defense, because they just did not have any success. And off the left side again, and some room. And that is number 24, Bryson Bailey. And Bailey with the swift feet across the midfield has got a first down. And so the quick hitters, 2 in a row, and some success for Mount Tahoma. So Bailey takes it out and hold on, there's a flag on the play, though. So this may come back. Is on the near side of the field here, right on the 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage was at the 40. The flag's on about the 42. The referee's explaining it to the Rainier Beach player, so I think it's going to be, they're going to say a hold. Oh, check it. So it was the penalty on Rainier Beach, and it's going to be declined. So Mount Tahoma with the first down, 2 big offensive plays there. And maybe Coach Leon Hatch and his staff saw something in the first half, and they talked about it at halftime, because they have 2 successful plays here, quick hitters off the left side. So we'll see if they can sustain an offensive drive here. 11:08 left to go in the third quarter. Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma 13-0. So once again, two receivers to the right, and the handoff. Nope. The fake, and it's going to be the quarterback keeper along the right side. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 to the 35. And that is Derek McKinney. So kind of had me fooled. I thought he handed it off to Bryson Bailey, but he kind of put it in Bailey's belly, pulled it out, and kept it himself. And a nice pickup down to just inside the 35-yard line for the junior quarterback, Derek McKinney. So 10:25, clock is ticking here. Third quarter action. And I want to say thanks to my cousin, Shanna Beckwith. She's listening and texted me. How you doing, Shanna? Glad you can hear and listen to the game, and hope you're enjoying it. And hopefully you are enjoying it as well. And handoff up the middle, then bouncing out to the left side. That is number 28, Jeremiah Anderson. And Anderson with the pickup. But I tell you what, I don't know what Coach Leon Hatch told his team at halftime, but right now this offense is making a move for the first time in the ball game. Their third first down here, and hold on, I think that play is going to come back, though. I didn't see a flag on the field, but yep, they're bringing it back. Likely a holding call. And that, and I tell you what, that's one of the things that will kill you. And as a coach, it's like, come on, we cannot have those mistakes. And I said this earlier, it's the first game. You expect this kind of thing, regardless of what level you're at, high school, college, or pro. But these are the types of things that, again, you're trailing 13-0. You have to clean up. And, again, now you go from a first, or rather a second and a 1 to it looks like a first and over 20 yards to go. McKinney looking to his left. Now he's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's going to be knocked out of bounds and thrown out of bounds there by number 44, Jacob Sio. Sio, the 5'10", 200-pound junior. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Sio, S-I-O. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If you're listening and I'm getting it wrong, let us know. And if you're just listening, so you may have heard, at halftime over the PA, talked about you can get the Rainier Avenue Radio App, which is going to be better, to listen to than going on the website. But you can certainly go on the website, RainierAvenueRadio.world. But our streaming platforms on Rainier Avenue Radio's Facebook page, our YouTube, or Twitch. And so, and Lourdes Prim on the camera doing a job. Lourdes, great job. All right, McKinney is back looking to his right. He's going to go deep over the middle. He's got a receiver there, but triple teamed, and the ball falls short, incomplete. And so that will make it third down and about 20 to go. Ball's on the 40-yard line, and they've got to get down to, check that. Yeah, ball's on the 40-yard line, and they've actually got to get down to the 25. So it's going to be third and 15 on the Rainier Beach 40-yard line. The Vikings leading 13-0. And third down. McKinney in the shotgun again. He's got three receivers to his right. Fakes the handoff. Now he's looking to his right. He's under pressure and gets it off. And the receiver is there. That's number 5, Dylan Spencer. But Spencer's going to be far short of the first down. It's about a 5-yard pickup down to the 35-yard line. Check at the 30. Let's say the 33. So it's going to make it 4th and 8 at the 33-yard line for the Thunderbirds.
Pickup of about 6 yards. That'll make it 4th down and about 8-9 to go for a first down.
So you may have heard the PA announcer. That's Tony B. Don't listen to him. It was a pickup of 7 yards from the 40 to the 38. The 33, forgive me. 40 to 38 would be 2. But a pickup of 7. So it's a 4th down and 8 to go. They've got to get down from the 33 down to the 25-yard line for the first down. And I believe Mount Tahoma is actually going to go for it. It's not going to be the quick kick. Rainier Beach not expect. Oh, but they do. They do. And it's just a little pooch kick. And the ball is bouncing, and goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So Again, not necessarily a bad choice, because now you're pinning Rainier Beach. Now you got to rely on your defense. So pin them down at the 10-yard line, and if your defense can hold them and force a punt or force a turnover, you got good field position. So again, not totally opposed to that call by Coach Leon Hatch of the Thunderbirds. So Rainier Beach will take over with 9:19 left to go in the third quarter. They take over on their own 10-yard line, leading 13-0 in game number 1 of this Metro League season for the Rainier Beach Vikings. And quarterback Chance Agatis has 2 receivers to his left, and now Shockey Davis, I believe that is in motion. That comes back, will stay on the left in the slot. But the handoff up the middle, and I believe that is Scott Tree Humphrey. And the big guy, the big junior, let's see, they give him a pickup of about 6, it looks like.
To Scott Trey Humphrey.
Scott Trey
pulls his way ahead for about 5.5 yards.
Yeah, I'll give him 6, so it's out to the 16-yard line. So about 2nd and 4 to go. Scott Trey Humphrey making it look easy. That's a big boy as well, I tell you. 5'10", 215. Come on. Tell you what, man, with my clothes soaking wet, I go maybe 180. Back in high school days, it was 150. Handoff again up the middle. Scott Trey, and Trey gets out to the 30. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Handed off inside to Humphrey. Picks up a couple of more. That's going to
Scott Trey gets got about 3-4 on that one. So to be 3rd and a long 1. Actually 3rd and a short 1, because the back of the nose of the football is on the 29-yard line, or the 19-yard line. And they have to get just beyond the 20-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd and 1 here with 8 minutes left to go. Rainier Beach leading the Thunderbirds of Mount Tahoma by a score of 13-0. And flag. And if as Daniel asked earlier, if there's no play clock on the field, how can you call the penalty? And let's see. So they say some movement maybe. Okay. Hold on, the referee. Oh, so the referee waving to the press box and saying, "Hey, stop the clock," because the clock kept running. But obviously, when the whistles blow on a penalty, the clock should stop. I don't know if they're going to reset it and add some seconds to the clock or not. It doesn't look like it.
It's one of the benefits of having a camera, Rick. No, we don't have to squint. We can look right at the camera.
Yeah, good point. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that will make it 3rd and now just about 6 to go for the Vikings. So, again, you hate to give up a 3rd and 1. The pass, receivers wide open, and it's going to be Jalen Green. He's got it. It's going to be a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The high pass of Jalen Green went and got it. Touchdown, Jalen Green, 86 yards.
86 yards.
Oh, my goodness. 86-yard TD. And I tell you, basically, the DB for Mount Tahoma went up and tried to make a play on the ball and was not able to get it, and there was nobody there. And Jalen Green made sure he looked that one in, and then it was just off to the races, and he took it back. Oh, my goodness, 86 yards, touchdown, Rainier Beach. Oh, man, I tell you what, the Vikings, 3 huge plays. And they are showing that they, at any moment from any place on the field, can take it all the way to pay dirt for 6. And that one, quarterback, man, Chance Gaudis just lofted it up. And the DB was not able to get it. He being a Chance Gaudis, put it where he had to put it, and Jalen Green hauled it in. And the rest, it was just a foot race, and nobody was going to catch him. So Jalen Green's 86 yards, touchdown, putting the Vikings up 19-0. Let's see, on this extra point, there was a flag. And they're going to say there was movement on the defense. So that'll move it half the distance to the goal, I believe. And so it doesn't really change the extra point kick very much. Maybe a yard closer. And so they'll spot it down on the 10, or the holder is there on the 10. So it'll be a 20-yard extra point try. And it is dark under the lights totally now here on a Saturday night in Seattle, Washington, Southeast Athletic Complex. And the kick is up, and it is blocked, and it didn't have a chance, and that was a Jeremiah Anderson just getting through there and blocks it. So with that, it makes the score 19-0.
In the third quarter,
Rainier Beach leading at 7:20 left to go, and they lead it by a score of 19-0.
Welcome to the Southeast Athletic Complex in the shadow of the Dollar Tree. Rainier Beach Vikings kicking off.
I don't know if you heard our PA announcer there, who is Tony B tonight. He said, in the shadow of the Dollar Tree. And what is that? Planet Fitness as well. So we are here across the street from those two businesses on Henderson. And Rainier Beach, the Vikings, we are at, they call it the Southeast Athletic Complex, but it is Rainier Beach's home field, or the at Rainier Beach.
That's one way to get a sponsorship without putting any money down.
Yeah, really, it is. It is. All right. We're going to have to make a call to Planet Fitness and the Dollar Tree. See how much they want to give us. All right. So 7:20 left to play in the third quarter. Rainier Beach, 86-yard catch and run. Jalen Green takes it in, and they lead it 19-0 over the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. And the kick is fielded by Jakiri Bell. Bell taken to his left side. Got one man to beat, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right at about the 30, maybe 32, 33-yard line. So decent return. But I tell you what, one of the things, and this is, the kickoff, it's a suicide squad. And, I used to return kicks, and I had the mentality you have to have is, I'm going to get popped. All right. But what you got to do is you just got to hit it. And if it's a middle return, you just got to go. And either you're going to pop it or you're going to get popped. And probably 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, you got popped. But every once in a while, there was that seam, and you got through. And but that's the mentality you have to have. So Mount Tahoma taking over on the 32-yard line, handoff up the middle to that big sophomore running back Jeremiah Anderson over the left side. And again, I think Mount Tahoma has found a little something, because they have gotten some action here in the third quarter on the left side of the line, and that's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards from the 32 out to about the 40.
Anderson inside for a pickup of about 7, maybe 8 yards. All out to the 40-yard line of Mount Tahoma. That'll make it 2nd and 2.
So you heard it there. 2nd and 2. And woo. All right. 2nd and 2 for Mount Tahoma. And there is a flag on the snap. So let's see what the call is. And I believe, illegal motion or illegal procedure, whatever you want to call it, movement on the offense before the snap. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So I tell you again, I've mentioned this a few times, and this has actually been, for a first game of the season, a very cleanly played game. By clean game, what I mean is that very few penalties, but you get a 1st and 8, or rather a first 8 yards on a first down. So you got 2nd and 2, and you hate to get that penalty, but a 5-yard illegal procedure. And so it's going to take it back to the 35-yard line. So now you go from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7 for Mount Tahoma. And looking to his right, and I believe quarterback Derek McKinney, his arm may have been hit as he was looking to make the pass. And so incomplete. He's walking off the field, but that was only 2nd down. So I don't know if they're replacing him at quarterback, or maybe going into, no, he looks like he's going over the sideline just to get the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 to go. Ball at the 35-yard line 5:47 left to go here in quarter number 3. Rainier Beach leading Mount Tahoma by a score of 19-0. And again, nice crowd here out at Rainier Beach High School. And, I really appreciate the fact that, here in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle in particular, I mean, we're taking the pandemic seriously, and everybody is masked up and being safe. The snap goes on the ground, but McKinney picks it up, and he's under pressure. Flags all over in the backfield. And so we will see what the call is there. It was 3rd and 7, and he was stopped for a loss.
Quarterback Derek McKinney with a short gain, eludes tacklers, and
so let's see what the call is, because he was actually stopped for a loss of about, let's see, they're spotting the ball. I think they're spotting about the 32, 33, and the line of scrimmage was at the 35, but the penalty is going to go against Mount Tahoma, it looks like. So I think maybe a hold, and it looks like Rainier Beach, Dallas Afalava is saying, we're going to decline it. We don't want it. And so, hold, and they're going to decline. And that's a smart play, because now you got a 4th down, instead of giving them another chance, even though it would add 10 yards to it. So it's going to be 4th, and I believe the spot is at about the original line of scrimmage, which is about the 30. No, check it. They got the ball on the 35. So it's going to be 4th and 7. And this is a punting situation here, but they still have it lined up. So this Mount Tahoma, it looks like that's kind of what they do. Is it again, quarterback Derek McKinney is kind of in the gun, takes a couple steps back, gets the kind of a quick pooch kick, and again some whistles blow, a little timeout on, not a timeout, but they're discussing something on the field there, and we will see what happens. Looks like maybe another call against Mount Tahoma. No, they marched the ball back to the 32-yard line now. So 5-yard penalty. So now that's what it was at the 35. So I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure, because the ball's on the 35. Now they move back to the 31. Nevertheless, 4th now and 12 to go, and they are in punt mode, and the kick is high, but it does not go very far, maybe 10 yards, and goes out of bounds. And let's see where they spot it. Man, it looks like they're spotting it at about the 39-yard line. So if that's the case, about a 7-yard punt. It was high, but did not go very far. And now a flag thrown on the sideline. And I think that's going to go against Mount Tahoma, because there's no Rainier Beach players over there. My guess is that's going to go against the Mount Tahoma coaching staff. Not happy with whatever the call was. So we're going to hold off. The referees are on about the 30. Well, if you're watching the stream, you can see it. The referees over there, and the camera zooming in on them. That is the work of one Cedric Prim, giving our primary camera person, Lourdes Prim, a break, and referees conferring over there. So it looks like it's going to be spotted on the 39-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Rainier Beach. 4:55 left to go here in the third quarter. But it may. So the referees still, they're gonna walk off some yards from the line of scrimmage, I believe. Yep, that's what it looks like. So let's see. He's going 10 yards. That was the first. Oh, he's going 15 yards. So that's going to be from the sideline on the coaching staff. So a 15-yard penalty. So that brings the ball down to the 24-yard line. So Rainier Beach started out with great field position. And, all of Rainier Beach's scores now have come from a long way away. The shortest being a 49-yard run. A 49-yard run by Rainier Robinson in the second quarter. And just the last possession, Jalen Green, a catch and run, 86 yards. Rainier Beach leading at 19-0, but the penalty there on the sideline after the punt, and Rainier Beach getting the benefit of 15-yard penalty. So they have the ball on the 24-yard line, and the pass knocked down, and the ball is still loose, and it's live. I tell you, when the ball is knocked down, and Shockey Davis realizing that and got on it, boy, that could have been disastrous, but it's going to be a big loss back to the 33-yard line. So that's what, a loss of 9 yards from the 24. So that's going to make it 2nd and 19 for Rainier Beach at the Mount Tahoma 33-yard line.
That ball was live, recovered by Jacques Davis for a loss of about 8 yards. 2nd down, Rainier Beach.
So 2nd and 18 at the 33. They've got to get all the way down to the 14-yard line for the first down. So a couple receivers, actually one receiver wide to the right. Jacques Davis now in motion, now coming back to the short side of the field. And the handoff, Rainier Robinson up the middle. He's got some room, cuts it out to the left, or the right side, I should say. Breaks another tackle, and there's going to be a flag right there at the end. Might be a hold, but it'll be from the spot of the foul. So it's still going to be a big pickup, but it's a pickup of about 12, 13 yards for Rainier. Now another flag is thrown up. Okay, now we're starting. I think what's happening, we're getting a little chirping from the sideline or on the field, because the flag during the play, and my guess is it probably was a hold near the end of the run, and then the play was done, the whistle had blown, and the referees threw up another flag, and it was around, there were some Mount Tahoma players around. I didn't see any Rainier Beach players around the referee that threw the flag up, so we will see what the call or calls are. But before the foul, looks like about a 10, let's see, from the 33 down to the 20. So about a 13, 12-yard run for Rainier Robinson down to the 21-yard line. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. Yeah, just shut my mouth. Come on, it's 9 o'clock. I won't get home now, So, okay, the call is going to, and like I believe, I haven't seen, yeah, it was a hold. So that's what happened near the end of the run. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it should be, okay, this is a little bit confusing for me, because what normally happens is from the spot of the foul. But I mean, there was, it looks like unsportsmanlike. Good grief. They marched it all the way back to beyond midfield, back to Rainier Beach's 42-yard line. So that is, that's about a 20, let me see, from the line of scrimmage, because the original line of scrimmage, I think the ball was at the 33, if I'm not mistaken. So you got 10, 20, 25 yards. So likely there was a 10-yard holding penalty, then a unsportsmanlike 15.
42-yard line following the penalty.
So 2nd down, I'm not even going to count on how many yards they got to go, but just you do the math. They're on their own 42-yard line. They got to get to Mount Tahoma's 14-yard line for the first down. So the pass over the middle, and it's caught and brought down for a big gain. That is, I believe that was number 19, Lemanuel Donaldson, 5'10" senior. And Donaldson with a nice pickup of about 18 yards across midfield to the Mount Tahoma 40-yard line. So that's going to make it now 3rd and 26 to go. Wow, big gain. He's still got 26 to go.
19, Lemanuel Donaldson.
All right, so
back to the Mount Tahoma side of the field on the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down, and quarterback Chance Gaudis has got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking to the right. And he's going to unload, gets rid. Oh, good hit, but Jalen Green gets it and keeps it. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Jalen Green on the sideline. Touchdown, Rainier Beach. Jalen Green, 40 yards. Oh, my. Jalen Green got hit. It looked like he was going to go down, spun off of it, juked another guy, and took it in 40 yards for the TD. And Tony B holding that score for a while. Go ahead on, Tony B, up on that PA announcing. Really? Oh, quarterback, I tell you what, Chance Gaudis is having a night. He's getting some good balls in there and getting some good catches and runs from his receivers. That is his 3rd touchdown pass of the evening. His first was a 67-yarder, a catch and run from Jacques Davis, and then just the last possession, an 86-yarder. He lofted it up, and just a beauty to Jalen Green, who then was off and running. The DB misplayed the ball, and this one here to Jalen Green again, 40 yards. And Jalen Green got it on the sideline and was hit as he caught the ball, but spun off. And again, I mentioned this in the first half, as a defender, and this is something that back in our day, we worked on the fundamentals, and you tackle, you hit a guy, you wrap him up. And, nowadays, and it's at all levels, whether it's high school, college, or pro, the DBs come up and linebackers, they want to make a big hit. But, and again, as a small running back, I love that. Guy would try to hit me, but wouldn't wrap up. I'd spin off of it. And that's exactly what Jalen Green did, and then took it down the sideline, 40 yards for the touchdown. Rainier Beach now looks like they're going to go for 2. That score made it 25-0. And Gaudi's out to Namir Robinson, and he's going to take it in. Namir Robinson, those quick feet, and gets the 2-point conversion. So that puts Rainier Beach on top by a score of 27, if my math is correct, to 0.
And the 2-point conversion is good on a pass to Namir Robinson.
So just like that, with 3:04 left to go in the third quarter, Rainier Beach leading it by a score of 27-0.
The Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, 0.
And Daniel, I'm looking at this. Rainier Beach, it looks like they are ranked number 20, I believe. Is Mount Tahoma ranked at all? Do we know? They're not.
Mount Tahoma has not won a game in 2 years.
Oh.
They won one game out of the Pierce County League. But yeah, Mount Tahoma's been struggling for a long time, and we were quite surprised when they kept it close in the first half.
Well, they've given up some big plays, but Mount Tahoma not, a bad team. I think, the way they're playing, if they can continue to play like this and improve, they've got some good players out there. I would think that they're going to get at least a couple wins under their belt this year, and kind of break that streak of, very, very few wins or none. But right now they are trailing 27-0. 3:04 left to go here in the third quarter. Rainier Beach dominating performance and just some big plays. Rainier Beach, again, the first score, 67 yards. Quarterback Chance Gaudi's to Shockey Davis, kind of a little quick screen, and Shockey Davis did the rest. And then Namir Robinson in the second quarter, great 49-yard touchdown run. And then Jalen Green, 86 yards and 40 yards, and Rainier Beach leading 27-0. On the other end, the kickoff, Jacuri Bell, and he takes it out. There was a penalty assessed on the kickoff, and so Rainier Beach was kicking off, I believe, from their own 25-yard line, and so the ball is going to be spotted on the return to the 46-yard line. Our PA announcer was accurate on that one. And again, that was a Jacuri Bell, 5'9", 165-pound junior with the return. He has been back there all night long for the Thunderbirds. So quarterback Derek McKinney. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Derek McHenry, but it is McKinney. And Rainier Beach is going to call a timeout here. It's 2:55 left to go in third quarter action. Rainier Beach leading 27-0. And so, as Daniel told you earlier, this wraps up the first weekend of games.
Constant need for qualified individuals. Anybody out here qualified? You want to be a ref? Please consider becoming a football official. There is a constant need for qualified individuals to work our high school games. Go to pnfoa.com.
pnfoa.com. And so what the PA announcer and we actually met with the Metro League athletic office, and they said, some of the games are having to be moved because there are not enough referees, and they cannot play as many games on particular nights as they have scheduled. And so having to go back and reschedule some games from Friday nights. So again, if you are interested in being a referee, there is a shortage of high school football referees. Give a visit to that webpage and check it out. And back on the field action, the handoff, and that is a Jeremiah Anderson off the left side, and he's got a few yards there, but not a lot. And I tell you what, that was on the right side and nothing doing there. Maybe they're going to give him a yard, it looks like. But Mount Tahoma, the first couple of series here in the second half had some success off the left side of their line. So we'll see if Coach Leon Hatch goes back to what was working for them as they were driving and just not able to punch it in. 2:26 left to play. The clock is ticking. Rainier Beach leading 27-0 here in the third quarter. Quarterback Derek McKinney, the handoff off the left side that time. And again, not a lot of room there. Maybe a couple of yard gain. It's going to make it third and about 8. Let's spot the ball up at the midfield. So it's going to make it third and 6.
Third and about 6.
He heard me say that, so what can I say? All right, so Mount Tahoma in the huddle. The clock is ticking, 1:35 to go, and it is moving. And keep in mind, I don't think we're going to have to worry about this tonight, but there is I believe it's in WIA, Washington Interscholastic Activities Association, the mercy rule. And the pass is up and complete for a first down, and that is Josiah Maxie Johnson, 6'1", 175-pound junior, with the catch on the left sideline near his team, and gets the first down across midfield into Rainier Beach territory down to the 40. Check that, the 37-yard line.
Pickup of about 15 yards.
So
Josiah
first down
Maxie Johnson
for
Mount Tahoma.
Mount Tahoma.
First down.
And the snap, the handoff, quick hitter up the middle, but not a lot of room there. And I'm trying to see the number of the Rainier Beach defender. It was, I believe it again, that number 62. And again, I apologize. We don't have a 62 on the roster, but he has made some plays. So again, he's going to have to go as number 62. And if you're listening or watching on our streaming and you know who number 62 is for Rainier Beach, we're not able to find out at halftime. Obviously, I was interviewing Jacques Robinson. So if you know who that is, let us know. I would love to call him out by name and not by number. But a pickup of just about a yard. So 2nd and 9, handoff, quick hitter up the middle on the right side. And that is Bryson Bailey. And Bailey's going to have a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards, maybe. Yeah, about 4 yards, I guess. And it's going to make it 3rd and 5. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. We got to get down to the 27. Actually, going to be about 3rd and 6. Or a short 6, long 5, I'll call it.
3rd and 5 from the Rainier Beach.
And yes, that will do it for the third quarter.
That's going to do it for the
So tell you what, I'm going to throw it over to Daniel B. And Daniel, I don't know if you want to update our listeners on some of the shows and things coming up on Rainier Avenue Radio, as well as some of the upcoming stuff that we have going on. We will in a couple of weeks be broadcasting live from Memorial Stadium, and that will be I believe it is the Memorial Classic. Is it? No, it is. It is Memorial Classic, Memorial Football Classic. Yeah, the Memorial Classic, because at Memorial Stadium, and so big. It's something that they've been doing for a few years now, and Metro League hosting that at Memorial Stadium. We'll tell you more about that as we go on into our broadcast. But right now, I'm going to throw it over to Daniel B. I'll be back for the fourth quarter call in just a couple minutes right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
And as we get ready for exciting fourth quarter action, welcoming you again to Rainier Beach High School. And remember, at the end of the game, if all the fans can deposit any trash you have in a wastebasket on your way out of the gymnasium, that would be cool. Thank you.
Check us out at the Skyway Community Love Train Block Party. That's going down next Saturday, October the 11th. 2 to 4 p.m. We'll be live in Skyway for the Skyway Community Love Train Block Party. Doug Baldwin will be the conductor. He'll be there in attendance.
We are about ready. Also, I want to say a shout out, and I guess I can do this because I'm the got the mic to my cousin who is a player for Rainier Beach in the senior year, Malachi Townsell, and hopefully we will see him on the field wearing number 51. But a shout out to Malachi, my man. And
dropped for a loss.
So you heard it there.
Make it third and about 10 yards to go.
You heard it there, the sack by Rainier Beach. And so 4th down and 10, Mount Tahoma with the ball on the Viking 37-yard line. Again, Rainier Beach leading here as we are just at the start of the 4th quarter, leading by a score of 27-0. The Vikings, I believe, are ranked number 20. Thank you, Daniel. And I was looking at the Love Train Community Block Party. Gotta love that. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So 4th down. Quarterback Derek McKinney looking to his right. And he's going to be hit and brought down for another sack. And that is, I'm trying to read the numbers. Is that number 5, number 3, number 9? Okay, that was number 9. Scott Trey Humphrey. A big loss here. Scott Trey on 4th down and making a big play there. Scott Trey's done it on both sides of the ball. And the big sack there, bringing Derek McKinney down for the sack. And so it looks like Rainier Beach will take over on their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
That would be Rainier Beach ball on their own 45-yard line. Rainier Beach, 1st down.
So looks like a change in quarterback, and I think that might be Jacques Davis. I remember last year Jacques coming in when there was an injury to their quarterback. And let's see. No, check that. That is, hold on, handoff up the middle, Rainier Robinson. And I tell you what, he's across midfield in a hurry. And the new quarterback for Rainier Beach is Duca King, 5'8" junior. Duca. Yeah.
1st down.
We called his name last year a few times. So that's where you heard it. So 1st down for Rainier Robinson and across midfield to the 42-yard line, it looks like. So Rainier Beach, and again, Duca King in. And Duca King, I remember last year came in. I said Jacques. I think I'm trying to, maybe I'm wrong. I thought Jacques may have come in for a play or two, but I do remember Duca King. And he's got a nice arm, and he unlaunches it down the sideline and just out of bounds. He was looking for Jacques Davis. Duca King, not real big. They list him at 5'8", 160, a junior, but he's got a cannon, and he unloaded it, boy. Tight spiral, and just a little bit long for Jacques Davis. So that'll make it 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Got some friends who can't be here. Tell them to turn into Rainier Avenue Radio App.
Put a little behind, a little something on it.
Dupree.
Yeah. Oh, hey. My name got mentioned. All right. Thank you, Tony B. Yeah. All right. So 2nd and 10. Duca King. And the ball is bobbled, but King gets it. And then he tosses it back to, and it's going to be a big loss. Tossed it back. I believe that was Miles Damon. And Damon, you may remember from basketball. And Miles Damon, a junior.
Loss of about 14.
Yeah, so Duca King, the ball went on the turf. He picked it up, and then as he was being thrown down, kind of just tossed it back to Miles Damon, and Damon was stopped for a big loss as well, back into Rainier Beach territory to the 48-yard line. Again, if you're listening, I hope you're checking us out on our stream as well. You can see the action. Lourdes Prim on the camera. And you can see it on the Rainier Avenue Radio Facebook page, YouTube, or Twitch. Duca King going back, and he's looking to his left, and he's got a receiver, hits him on the right, left sideline, down the sideline. It's going to be a 1st down and then some. I think that was Jacques Davis. Let's see. I'm looking across the field. Regardless, it's going to be a 1st down. I'll tell you who the receiver was. I'm trying to make the number out. He's limping a little bit coming out. I think that was Jacques Davis.
Pass down the left sideline, complete. With 26
and thank you. It was Jacques Davis. My spotter said number 6, Rick, number 6. Come on. Yes, it was Jacques Davis. I thought it was, but certain age and the eyes don't work as well as they used to. So 1st down for Check that. Yeah, it is first down. The down marker there says third down, but that was a first down. So first down all the way down to the 25-yard line. And they need to check and get that. Come on, get the box right. Yeah, okay, now they get it right. The handoff off the right side and all the way down. First down, that is number 20, Miles Damon. And Damon takes it all the way down. Let's see, for first down, it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a first and goal at about the 8-yard line. 8:16 left to play in the ball game. And Rainier Beach looking to add on to their 27-0 lead. Clock restarts. I want to say shout out to Miles Damon's
first down.
Rainier Beach first down. Sorry about that. We'll get back to that in a minute. Jacques Davis, and okay, there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Rainier Beach.
And again, I was saying a moment ago, I want to say a shout out to Miles Damon's dad, Donnell Damon, and he is a choir director extraordinaire, and I'm trying to remember the name of his choir, but they were on, I believe it was America's Got Talent a few years ago, and they advanced quite a way. Lead the choir out of the DC area, and just a phenomenal musician, and also not a bad basketball player too. We used to go at it. Anyway, so shout out to Donnell. And I know he's proud of his son Miles out there on the field. 8 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Rainier Beach leading 27-0.
And to honor Connor tonight, his parents Alicia and James are the honorary captains of the Rainier Beach Vikings and perform the coin toss. Congratulations to Alicia and James.
I know. I was going to say, damn, I saw it go up too. I'm looking up, but I don't see it. All right. Handoff off the right side and going to be short of the goal line down to about the 1-yard line, I believe. And so no huddle. Jacques Davis calling the play from the line.
Right side, short game for Miles Damon.
And Davis handoff to Damon again. Damon up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage, keeping the feet moving, but he's not going to get in there. Trying to get him in the end zone, but tell you what, the Thunderbirds defense stiffening up. So it'll be third and goal ball.
Miles Damon for another yard.
I believe it's on about the 1-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit hard to see for sure from here. I'm looking at our cameras got there. I think it's about the 1-yard line. It is. So third and goal for the Vikings. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. They lead it 27-0 here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, a.k.a. Rainier Beach High School. All right, Jacques Davis under center. He's got a receiver wide to his right, 2 to his left. Miles Damon, the lone back. And Jacques Davis going back and trips and falls down. And so, again, in high school as well as college, you can't get up, unlike the pros. If you are knocked down and not touched, you can get back up. Jacques Davis upset at himself, kind of claps his hands to realize. So just, trip coming out of the snap from the center. So ball's back at about the 6-yard line. So fourth and goal, and coming back in is Chance Gaudis. And I don't know if they're going to try a field goal because Gaudis, I believe, is the holder. Let's see what we have here. And I'm not sure why the clock is stopped because I don't believe there was a timeout on the field and there was not an incomplete pass. Okay, now the referee starting the clock back. So Chance Gaudis, the starting quarterback, back in. And it looks like they're just going to go for it. He's got a receiver wide to his right. I believe that is Lemanuel Donaldson. 1 to his left. And the pitch out to Damon. Damon on the right side. And he's got some room. He's tripped up. Touchdown. Miles Damon, 6 yards. And he's in for the score.
And the Rainier Beach Vikings once again get into the end zone. Miles Damon. Rainier Beach Vikings score!
Yeah. little something different in the hood, okay? Yes, indeed. And so Miles Damon gets into the end zone. Doesn't matter. They got the ball got back, was knocked back on Shockey Davis tripping and falling down to the 6-yard line, but Miles Damon took it in anyway. They did the little student body right the pitch, and he was in for the score, making it 33-0. And got some car, somebody's car. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's the alarm going off, but yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I think it might be intentional, but if not, someone go check your ride because someone's trying to break into now. All right, and there it stops. And we've got some discussion going out on the field, so I'm not exactly sure why the delay here in action. But again, the touchdown is going to Miles Damon with the touchdown run, so he's in for the score. And we're waiting for the extra point. I don't know if Rainier Beach is going to kick it or go for 2 once again. They had a couple of the extra point tries blocked. And really just a matter of, that's something that, a lot of times high school teams don't spend a lot of time on. And I can tell you by playing for the legendary Don James, I mean, the kicking game was something that he spent a lot of time on. We spent, we had a whole film on Mondays. We get in and it had just kicking game. And Don would run the film on that and would go over every play, whether it was a kickoff, a punt, a field goal, you name it. And that was something that we pay because, again, his philosophy and belief was, that's where games are won and lost. And so Rainier Beach going for 2, and the pass is tipped and no good, incomplete. And so the score will remain 33-0, inconsequential at this time. Is that right? Right word use of the word? I'm not sure, but I'll say it is. Anyway, meaning that it really doesn't matter. That's what I meant. So with 5:57 left to go in the ball game, Rainier Beach leading 33-0.
Left here to go in the game. Rainier Beach will be kicking off to Mount Tahoma. Welcome to the Southeast Athletic Complex Saturday night under the lights in the shadow of the Dollar Tree here at Rainier Beach.
And there you heard it right here from our PA announcer. And I also want to give another shout out to one of my other cousins listening, Naomi. And glad you're listening and enjoying the broadcast. Yeah, got a lot of us from the Morris family. Although I'm Dupree, my mother is a Morris, and we are around here. Had a lot of my cousins that went to Rainier Beach High School. You may remember Jenny Powell, and now Jenny Crawford, but was a standout track athlete. And I think Jenny won 10 state titles, the 100 meters, the 100 hurdles, the 300 hurdles. Went on to USC, had a stellar career there, and won a couple NC2A titles and a couple of American titles as well, U.S. titles, and just shy of making the 2012 Olympics. And just one of the great athletes, to come out of Rainier Beach High School in that era when, Nate Robinson and the Stewart twins, Roderick and Lodrick, and just had some great players, coming out, great athletes, I should say, coming out of student athletes out here at Rainier Beach. So short kick and short return, 5:50 left to go in the ball game, 33-0, Rainier Beach leading it. And as you look over at Rainier Beach, they have on the side of the building and again, Crawford Court. And, I just want to give a shout out to Jamal Crawford as well, because being here at Rainier Beach and he has been true to his alma mater and has just been a big supporter, of not only his alma mater here, Rainier Beach, but just of prep basketball in particular, and just a great spokesperson. And just, if you don't know Jamal, again, one of the nicest young men, just always, respectful, always speaks, and, just really a cool young man. So shout out to Jamal. Miss him. I know he had a very successful
Mount Tahoma is incomplete.
AAU. I didn't call it AAU, but the Pro-Am, forgive me, the Pro-Am League out at SPU. And that just wrapped up here about a week or so ago, I believe. So Jamal keeping that going. I think it's called the Crossover, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't get out to see any of the games this year, but here he is keeping that going. And Jamal still looks the same and still got game. I don't know. Some NBA team could use the brother because the brother can come off the bench or in the starting line, whatever, and put some points up in a hurry. Anyway, with that said, 2nd down and 10, and the Rainier Beach defense going to get back in there. They're going to sack quarterback Derek McKinney for a loss. And they need to keep that clock going now. It's 5:41. Again, I don't know why they stopped the clock. No timeout. And it was not an incomplete pass. So whoever's in the booth, keep the clock running. Okay, now they started back. So big loss again. That's going to be about a 3rd, and it looks like about 16 to go. They got to get all the way out to the 20-yard line, and the ball's on about the 6. So what is that? That would be 14 yards to go. It looks like a little bit longer than that, but yeah, maybe the ball's on the 15-yard, on the 5-yard line. They got to get up to 20. So 3rd and 15 here at the Southeast Athletic Complex. Rick Dupree bringing you the play-by-play and color, I guess. So I'm going to have to ask Tony B to double my pay, Daniel. Yeah, you know, I think he can afford that. All right, so Daniel B here, and I just appreciate Daniel behind the scenes, making sure that you are hearing us, engineering, making sure everything you're hearing us, you're seeing us. And a big shout out to Lourdes Prim, to Cedric Prim behind the camera, making sure that you are seeing the action on our streaming platforms, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So now let's check that, 4:50 left to go. And penalty moves the ball back up to the original line of scrimmage. So it will be 3rd and 10 to go from the 10-yard line. And quarterback Derek McKinney's got 3 receivers on the wide side of the field to his left. And he hands it off, and off the right side, off the right side, I should say, spinning and getting the first down. And that was the sophomore, number 24, Bryson Bailey, 5'8", 175. And he's got some quick feet. And he was out there in a hurry, spun, and kind of upset at himself, kind of slammed the ball down because he knew if he could have stayed on his feet, he'd still be running. But with that said, he did get the first down. So Bryson with Bailey picks up 4:10 left to go in the ball game, first down for the Thunderbirds on the Rainier Beach 22-yard line, I'll call it. So the snap, McKinney looking to over the middle, and there's some contact, and they're going to say no flag. I got to admit, I would have thrown a flag. Intended for Dylan Spencer, falls incomplete. Yeah, again, Dylan Spencer was the intended receiver. There was some contact there when the ball was in the air, but no flag called. So the clock will stop on that incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Thunderbirds, trying to mount some kind of drive here. The ball's on the 23 now. I can see it. And they're trailing 33-0. Rainier Beach has been dominant. Just some huge plays. 3 touchdown passes for quarterback Chance Gaudiz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Guadiz. Gaudiz. But he has looked good, and he has put it on the money. A 67-yarder to Shockey Davis. A lot of catch and runs. And on a great play coming up to make the tackle. And that is number 13, Ellis Bronca. And Bronca shaking the head, said, yeah, I came up and I showed up. And yes, you did, young man. Went down, and that's textbook. He went down, went low, and cut the receiver off and brought him down. Anyway, I was saying Chance Gaudiz, 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 67-yarder to Shockey Davis. Then an 86-yarder in the third quarter to Jalen Green. Then followed that up with a 40-yarder to Jalen Green. And he's got a lot to thank to Shockey and to Jalen Green because they did some nifty running after the catch. But he got the ball to him. And those coupled with a 49-yard touchdown run by Rainier Robinson in the second quarter. And then just a few moments ago, Miles Damon with the 6-yard touchdown run. And that all equates to a 33-0 lead for Rainier Beach. 3rd down and about 11 to go for the Thunderbirds. And McKinney looking to his right's got a receiver and up and making the stop immediately. And I believe that was Taiwan Hillis.
On third down for a pick of about 2 and another big hit from the Beach Boys.
I like that. Tony just said a big hit from the Beach Boys. And I believe that was number 11, Taiwan Hillis. I'm trying to make sure that is, I believe that is number 11. So he came up and on the pass and did not give the receiver any room to make a move as he went down immediately. So we are winding down here with the first game of our season coverage here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Rainier Beach leading 33-0. And I don't know about you, but I'm about tired of hearing me just yak here. But hopefully giving you some good information. Fourth down, and they're going to do the quick kick. And it is going to bounce down and go, let's see where they spotted, maybe the 42, 43-yard line. And the referee, I'll check that 41-yard line. So with 1:45 left to go in the ball game, Rainier Beach leading 33-0 over Mount Tahoma. And the Vikings will take over at their own 41-yard line. And exciting quarterback, backup quarterback Duca King in the 5'8", 160-pound junior.
Ball is now on the
and
yard line.
I, again, remember Duca King from this past season. And he's got some quick feet, but also has a live arm. And he is in what probably will be the final drive of the ball game. We'll see. So Duca King's got 2 receivers out to his right. He's got number 13, Ellis Bronca, number 20, Miles Damon. No, check that. Damon was coming off the field. He was as a running back, but he's off the field. And Scott Trey Humphrey back in at receiver. So Duca King's got 2 receivers to his right. Now they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, Rainier Beach just trying to figure it out here, and they were a little confusion, so they're going to call a timeout, and they'll get it squared away.
Timeout, Rainier Beach.
So, again, want to remind you, and shameless plug, but check us out on Monday Night Sports right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. You can also see it, not that you necessarily want to see my ugly mug, but you can see us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Monday nights live at 6:30, and then followed by Lidline with Granville Emerson, Renault, Peppy Bean, and the team. And you can hear our live sports programming. Back from hiatus, I will again have Val Whiting, the former Stanford great, and doing some really, really important work with women athletes in particular. And we'll be going in depth, but also want to highlight, and just take a look. If you're not familiar with Val Whiting, I mean, just a stellar career at Stanford. And, anybody that's at Stanford, I mean, you're not just an athlete. You got to have something going on upstairs. And she definitely does. And so doing some really, really important work. So we'll talk with her. And then that's at 6:30 this Monday live. And then on Labor Day, and then followed by Lidline. Right now, Duca King gets it, hands it off to Miles Damon. Damon off the left side, and quickly gets about 5-6 yards, brought down across the 45-yard line. They'll spot it, I believe, at the 46. So pick up inside a 5 yards for Miles Damon.
Miles Damon inside for a pickup of about 5 yards. That will bring up second down.
So 2nd and 5, ball at the 46-yard line for the Vikings. Clock is ticking at 1:20. And Rainier Beach will walk away with the victory. Number 20, Rainier Beach, I should say. So number 1, O'Day, and this is in, I guess, 3A. Is that correct, Daniel? That's the 3A standings? Yep. Okay, Miles Damon with a nice move at the line of scrimmage, gets past a tackler and takes it across midfield and really close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. I think they're going to say it's just shy of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard to go. So O'Day right now, number 1, Spanaway ranked number 2. Eastside Catholic is ranked number 3. They were off this week, but they are 1-0. Bellevue ranked number 4. Auburn is number 5. Auburn Mountain View, I should say. Number 6 is Peninsula. Seattle Prep ranked number 7. Seattle Prep, you remember, has a Braden Smith, and Braden Smith, I tell you, is one heck of an athlete. Great receiver. Last year in that win over O'Day, he was filling in at quarterback, and their first win over O'Day in, I believe, 40 years since 1980, if I'm not mistaken. And so with Braden Smith on the field, and he was one heck of a basketball player as well. I should say was this past season. and going into his senior year. Seattle Prep is 1-0. They are ranked number 7. Bishop Blanchette ranked number 18, by the way. Number 8 is Ballard. Number 9 is Yelm. Number 10 is Kennewick. So that kind of rounds out the top 10. And then, as I said, from the Metro League, you have Bishop Blanchette is ranked number 18 and Rainier Beach number 20. So several Metro League teams, in that top 20, but in that top 10, again, O'Day and Eastside Catholic at 1 and 3, kind of heading that list. So we've got third and just under a yard to go for the Vikings. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This likely will be the last play of the ball game. And my hot tea is running out, and I am losing my voice. So, Daniel, I'm about glad that we are wrapping things up. The clock has started. Shockey Davis looking around, taking his time. And, yeah, this will be the last play. Davis hands it off up the middle, first down, and churning those legs, still running. Now he's going to be stopped. Let's see who that is. Looks like 23, I believe it is, which is Marcel Burns.
Short gain on the play.
And that's going to do it here. Rainier Beach, a big victory in game number 1. They win it 33-0. And tell you what, if I had to pick a player of the game, I would say,
Final score here at the Southeast.
Honestly, I got to give it to quarterback Chance Gaudis. 3 touchdown passes of 67, 86, and 40. And, a lot of credit to Shockey Davis and Jalen Green, because they took those passes, a catch and run. But Chance Gaudis, just really a great job being that leader on the field for Rainier Beach. So that's going to do it for our coverage here at the Southeast Athletic Complex. Rainier Beach, a winner 33-0 over the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. And next week, Daniel, what is our schedule next week? We are back here, is that correct?
As you leave the game, remember to deposit any trash that you have in the
and that's on
basket
Friday or Saturday? Friday night. I got to get that on my schedule, brother. All right, so we will be back here Friday night, which is
15 minutes on Rainier Avenue
the 10th.
On our Facebook page, YouTube page.
Okay, and that's too small. I can't see it. So I'll go on the website. But we are back here next Friday evening, and we have, there it is, Rainier Beach, and we are here. They take on Foster. That'll be at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock here. Ooh, Daniel, that's small. I can barely read it, man. I got it, though. So, again, for Tony B., who is doing the PA announcing here at the Southeast Athletic Complex, for Daniel B., for Lourdes Prim, for the Prim family doing their thing on the camera, I want to say thank you and good night from the side. And hold before I'm looking at the legendary Bull Stewart, 14-time world champion powerlifter, drug-free. He is the man. And Bull Stewart and Flozell and Olivia and Oliver, the family, all up in here supporting Rainier Beach. And that is the father, of course, of the Stewart twins, Roderick and Lodrick, and now his grandson over at Garfield and Jalen, I believe it's Jalen Stewart, if I'm not mistaken, and heck of a basketball player there. Anyway, with that said, for the Rainier Avenue team, I am Rick Dupree. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage tonight. We will be back next Friday night, 7 o'clock, right here again, Rainier Beach and Foster. Until then, peace and God bless.